Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Ooh Ladies First Panel. Listen, please make sure that you are following all of us on social media at Jami ThatsMe, at Bondy Blue, at Blue Rose Bondy over on Twitter, and at Necey Dixon. Okay. Make sure you're subscribed to all of our channels as we do rotate this panel 3 nights out the month. All right. And we also have other great content for you guys to get into. So make sure that you are subscribed. All right. And if you have any questions or anything of the sort, definitely hit us up at oohladiesfirstpanel at gmail.com. Okay. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready, ready, ready.
All right, let's go ahead and hop into that thing. What's going on, ladies? Yes.
Yeah.
We is here. We is back. We is here. We is back. What's going on, everybody? It's been cool. It's been a cool week over here.
It has been. I'm going to Houston this weekend for a girls' trip.
Okay.
I'm so excited, y'all. I'm going to a Nigerian wedding, and I don't know nobody there besides my best friend who got invited. So
that's
I'm
gonna
gonna have a
nice.
time. And I'm leaving on Monday, so I'm gonna be in Houston for the Sunday day parties.
How far is Houston? What's that, like an hour and a half?
No, it's like three hours.
I didn't realize how far it was.
3.5, I think. And Austin is like 3, something like that.
How far is San Antonio?
Shit, like more than 5. It's more than 5 hours away. San Antonio far. San Antonio way down there.
I think I'd be forgetting just how big Texas is, so I'd be thinking everything is kind of like closer.
It's like
I'm so wrong. That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It is.
Yeah. So listen, I think the best way to start this panel out on tonight is with some men kind of getting drugged.
I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akash only dates brown. Akash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
so
Indian
this
woman.
is like loyal through and through. Okay.
And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From simps to pimps. Which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of the shit is just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talk about how doctors ain't shit for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We are not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say, like, my preference is, which is honestly is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that fucks girls says it. I've dated black girls in my life. All right, bruh. Who the fuck hasn't? Except me. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna dabble in everything. It is the mentality that I have an issue with. And Alex is upset with the specific words, true, but underneath it, he's upset with the mentality. And a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You actually trying to help men, or you talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old? That's some shit you say to college. I'm gonna turn you from a simp to a pimp. All right, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help. You are, hey, we're trying to help men. So either we're funny or help men and be real and be honest with yourself and don't have an ego like, I have a preference. Be honest. Let's just be mature about what we feel. And part of that maturity is, it was a bad joke. I don't actually feel exactly that way.
Listen, it was good to hear a man get them together and let them know just how stupid they sound. I don't know if it's going to change anything because I do feel like they have a particular audience that they make sure they pander to that's going to consistently show up and that's going to consistently make sure that they are paid or whatnot. But I'm glad the guy used his platform to bring them on and get them together. And I just noticed the posture was different because the lighter one, I feel like I'm always seeing him when he goes viral yelling at women or something.
It's always him. I don't even recognize the other one, honestly. Just the Middle Eastern looking one, Eritrean looking one.
He seemed to be pretty calm and demure on that day.
Well, they lost their page. They lost their YouTube. I believe they got banned. So they've probably been humbled recently. I feel like, I don't know whether it was during that time where it seemed like they were going back and forth. I don't know whether it was like Cynthia G at the same time. I could be wrong about that. But there was a back and forth, and I believe that, you know, their channel was taken down. And I remember feeling like I'm not about to rejoice in anybody losing their platform, because I am sensitive to that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the language that they use is dangerous, as we've seen. And I think that they talk something they don't walk. And I think people need to stop accepting that from people that they seek advice from, because y'all do with Umar. Umar is always talking about the Black family and the community, and then doesn't pay, like, I mean, well, he pays child support, but he's not there to help raise his daughters. Like, you are not walking in your talk. And so what you're saying to people with such, you know, passion is really bullshit. But people are not smart enough to see that all the time. They're just leading with their emotions, which is why, you know, everybody's really like zombies sometimes, because they don't think about nothing these niggas is saying. Anybody that's actually in coochie will tell you that that's not two dudes you should listen to if you actually trying to get coochie. Like, you have to be coochie, bro. Like, at some point.
They aim for the young girls that are young-minded.
They do.
You're muted, Necey.
I said who? The two guys?
Yeah, more
Aim
so
for
the Middle Eastern looking one. I'm not sure what his background is.
Yeah, they sound very hurt. I'm honestly a bit concerned. They really do spread the rhetoric of the man is the prize. It's very feminine. So yeah, I'm glad the man clocked them. The only thing I don't like though is when he started out and said that you guys have established yourself as some sort of role model. Everybody with a platform is not a role model. That's just that.
That's very true. And I have to add to that and say every celebrity is not one either.
Okay. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand why this is hard for people. You know how people are always talking about, oh, well, you know, y'all are role models, whether you like it or not, because kids are watching. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do we not remember being kids and knowing that you could like enjoy somebody, but you knew not to be like them? For instance, I remember my dad like disconnecting the R-rated, you know, putting a parental control on my television after years of me being able to watch whatever I wanted to, because he heard me listening to I Got That Fire by Juvenile. And you know, my daddy wasn't used to this type of lewd music for real. You know what I mean? And you know, they talking about you want a nigga that stay shy. I've always got, you know, all of this shit. And that was my song. Okay. I know that shit by heart to this day. But I explained to him, in order for him to take the parental controls off my television, child, I was like, I understand that this is something that they're saying, but something I don't need to do. Like, I can enjoy the music and also separate myself, knowing that this is not something that I want to be involved in. Like, I don't want my sex to sound like this.
I honestly think that's the healthiest way. I think that's the healthiest way to come up, is when you expose to shit, but also you can realize, like, as a child, I can't cuss, but adults can cuss, or I can't do this, but this is on TV. Because then you get the kids that's completely shielded from that, and they become curious. They do stuff, they become secretive. Them to be badass kids. Let your kids see what they need to see. Let your kids see these people and tell them that they are not your role models. It's really that simple.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Anything else on that? I think we're good. So I have Am I the A-hole that I want us to get into really quickly. Let us see what this one here is talking about. Let me get it up on the screen for y'all real quick.
Overreacting after I found out my boyfriend's online friend group I became a part of 2 years ago has been just him the whole time. I guess I should have been less oblivious, but since a little before we started dating in 2022, I was added to my boyfriend's, just friends at the time, 3-person Instagram group chat with what he explained were some of his closest online friends. The 2 other accounts seemed like real people because they had real followers and comments on their posts and drastically different aesthetics and looks to them. We eventually made a Discord server for us, and that alone was convincing enough since multiple times we've all been active at the same time. We never voice chatted, but I used to never voice chat either, so I didn't think twice. The group got closer, though, as more and more time passed since I was first added to their group chat, and last month we got together and planned a research trip to Hawaii for August. We live on the east coast of the US, like we booked everything. So imagine my surprise when I'm over at his house tonight and his computer is open and I just want to log into my Google Docs when I accidentally stumble across, first of all, follower bot sites, and also him logged in and chatting with me as one of the individuals I thought I had become close with, and just got this sinking feeling. I didn't jump to the idea that they could be fake either. I was like, maybe he just has these logins since they're all so close and is way too interested in these messages. But then I noticed their only chats were the group chats and the server, and the real kicker was the email added that it was signed up under was his backup email with his full name. I quite literally snooped until he got out of the shower and caught me, which I'm not saying was right of me, but I couldn't help myself. During my snooping, I gradually became devastatingly confident that he wasn't behind just one but both accounts.
That's
I've never seen his face so red, and he just absolutely panicked and started shouting at me to get out of his business. I couldn't even form the right words to say to him. In the end, I just walked out of his apartment sobbing. It's very early in the morning. I get that, but this screenshot is what he has to say, and I'm starting to feel crazy. Am I overreacting about my discovery?
No, hell, you're not. I want to see what the messages say. When it finally came time for the Hawaii trip, how were you going to explain that? What were you thinking? You know, something I've noticed about you. That's when you know it's a problem. You can never just be calm, and there always has to be an issue. I know you were raised in a volatile environment and still have to relearn a lot about healthy relationship dynamics, but it's like you thrive on chaos only. And we were going to see Wicked tonight. I guess there goes that. She says you can't be serious. He says, okay, don't be dramatic. You know, this isn't a big deal. Yeah, nah, he crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were gonna see Wicked tonight. I remember us having a similar conversation to this, but I can't remember if we were talking about the documentary or not. It was I told y'all that this literally reminded me of Sweet Bobby on Netflix. And it was a girl who got catfished. I don't want to say who catfished her because I don't want to ruin it, but she was talking to a guy and it was 3 different accounts and she thought it was all different people. It was all the same person. Shit is weird. It's crazy to me that she isn't addressing this. Like she kept trying to, my bad. The one other thing I was going to say was that she kept trying to talk herself out of something not being true. I saw somebody saying gaslighting 101. And the funny thing about people who, end up being with people who gaslight, they're typically trained like their whole life by someone who does that. So you become like unsure of what your reality is. So that way you're easily manipulated by other people you run into. And it's easier when you run into that into relationships like this, where she's questioned, like you clearly see what it is. Oh, maybe he just has all the logins, but you are trained to question your reality. That's just scary.
What did I just say? Anybody that makes you question your reality, you need to consider cutting them off because it's a red flag. I had to learn that the hard way. But as soon as somebody starts trying to act like what I thought was happening is not what's happening, and I feel like, bitch, you know what happened? Yeah, nah, I can't fool with you no more. Can't fool with you.
Yeah, he definitely gotta go. And then I don't know how long he kept it up, but it seemed like he did it for a very long time. That's some dangerous behavior. Like it's making me think of single white female.
Yeah,
like, that's scary.
There are too many girls out here.
Your partner is insane.
I have something that I want to ask y'all.
What's up?
Okay. I'm like, am I crossing the line? Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring this up. I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't even gonna say who told me this, but this shit is crazy. And I'm like, we got to talk about this. So there's this girl, right? There's this girl. She's friends with another girl. Let's call her Sarah, right? So Sarah has 2 kids. She's a single mom. This friend has been helping her out a lot. But she's also the type of person, in my opinion, that likes to help people out because they feel rewarded. You feel important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway, she ends up going over to Sarah's house when Sarah's 2 kids are there, and Sarah end up getting drunk because she's just so stressed because of everything that's been going on in her life, and she just need a night. So she ended up getting drunk. Sarah falls asleep on the bathroom floor. This was I forgot to add that when this girl and Sarah was hanging out, there was a third girl that was over there, but the third girl had went home. So since they all had been drinking and Sarah was passed out on the bathroom floor, Sarah said, "Hey girl, grab my phone and text Rebecca and see if Rebecca made it home." So the first girl who I'm talking about ends up grabbing Sarah's phone to text Rebecca to see if she made it home. But instead of just texting Rebecca, she ends up going through this girl text messages.
Searching her name.
No, not even that. Hold on. Not even that. She end up, so this girl who's the single mom, and this is not about, but this ain't what I'm telling y'all. This girl who is the single mom, she ends up talking to an NFL player. So the friend, while she's in her phone, specifically goes to the thread with the NFL player and is looking at the text messages between the two of them, and she feeling some type of way. I don't know why, because the girl never fucked with, the girl don't even know him, so there's no reason to feel some type of way, right? So then she goes to, she says that she goes through the phone and sees that Sarah had been sending the NFL player nudes. So the whole reason why I know this is because the girl that's friends with Sarah came to me and told me about it, but was talking shit about Sarah and was like, "How are you gonna be drinking and your kids is home and you pass out on the bathroom floor and you sending this man nudes?" And she basically mom shaming her for everything she could think of. And for me, the shit was weird because it felt like some hater type shit, because that's your friend.
Right.
That's not your man she was texting.
Why you judging her?
Why you judging her, for one? And for two, you say that you just went through the phone and saw that she sent nudes, but I feel like you went over to that little iPhone section to see what pictures was being sent to find out. But I just feel like that's an invasion of privacy. And it's giving single white female, like, why are you upset with her about exercising her freedom? She's a single woman. So I'm like, what was you gonna say, Jamie?
I was gonna say you're absolutely right, single white female, and it's also given that you hanging with a hoe you don't like. You don't even much like that woman,
and
but
you're jealous. Is what I'm thinking.
Very much so.
So in this situation, if you know Sarah, because y'all got this mutual friend who was going through the phone, would you low key tell Sarah, like, girl, she went through your phone and saw your text message and looked at your nudes? Or would you just kind of like take note and fall back from the friend who was going through Sarah's phone?
I definitely will fall back, because I feel like if you would do that to them, how you gonna move with me? And then the other thing is, you got to really gauge how much drama you want, how much mess you want, because reality is wanting to tell, hey, just watch out for her. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch out for that one. Right? But then that person is likely going to have that, whenever they have that conversation, it may give, oh yeah, such and such told me to watch out for you, but why would she say that? But that person knows why. Now they're going to turn their anger towards you, because now they feel like you can't keep a secret and then like that. And then they may be back together cool, but you on the outs looking crazy. So it's just about how much drama you want, or how you what you want to do. It's sad because you want to tell your friends, but then at the same time, it's like you don't want to involve yourself. And when the time comes, I'm gonna let you know about this person.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because you could tell her a little bit, and then she still may hang with her.
Yeah. The shit just weird to me, because it's given like the fact that she added that the man was an NFL player made me feel like, bitch, is you mad because she got 2 kids and she's still pulling? And you still ain't pulling nobody? Like, what is this about? Why are you mad that she can? What, she can send nudes if she wants to.
Jealousy. You're jealous. It's giving jealousy. I like. Why do people hang with folks they don't like though?
For a plethora of reasons.
You know what? It's complex. Especially if you've been friends. Maybe you liked them in the beginning, but grew to not like their ass over time. Hello, I'm listening, Bondy.
Nah, I listen. I don't even know if y'all can hear me most of the time. So I'm just like, listen, I'm trying to like do shit to see if I can fix it, and it's over here struggling. But I'm gonna say this, because my liquor kicking in. If people act funny in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, if the relationship is worthy of a conversation, then have a conversation if it's worth mentioning. If the relationship ain't worth even worrying about, then don't even stress yourself out. Just fade into the background, like you know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Fade into the bushes, bitch. Like that's all you got to do. A lot of the times, people, we grown now, we busy. Unless they try to force a conversation, and then you can have the conversation. That way, it's like, well, since you asked. But I feel like if it's not worth it, then don't even worry about. I definitely pay attention to the way people move and they other friendships, because it's like, bitch, if you moving like that over there, you might be moving like that with me. And there's nothing I can't stand more than somebody that asks all of this sympathy or empathy from you, but they don't give it.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm like, it's not like she got drunk and left her kids at home alone. Your friend was going through a hard time and you was at the house with her. She drank too much. A good friend will put your kids to bed and stay over there with you.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
these,
like fuck.
I get
And then
it.
to take advantage of going through her phone while she's drunk and stuff, like that's just messed up. Like I think lines should be cut right there. Like you gotta go.
Absolutely.
But she doesn't know, right? She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. But the way I feel about it, because these aren't my friends. This is a story of one of my friends' friends.
Mhm.
For me, if I was the person who was being told what happened, that would be the end of relationship for me, based on how you moving with Sarah. And I'm friends with Sarah by way of you, technically. And that's enough for me to stop fucking with you, because the shit's weird.
Yeah, for sure. And if you moving like that to where it's like, I'm cool with you by way of, I really could care less about this friendship. Sarah, let me tell you about the hoe.
Right.
And you just let her know. Especially if you don't care to connect with that person again.
No, it's the weirdo who my friend is closer to than Sarah. It's the weirdo.
Oh, she
not the one. She closer to the weirdo, and the weirdo told her these things out of anger about Sarah, thinking it was normal.
I would have to moonwalk off Sarah. I would have to. And when the time is right, because I feel like there's always a time where what's done in the dark is gonna come to the light. And when that time comes, you're gonna be able to let them know. But the problem is they may feel a way that you didn't let them know any sooner. Oh, that's so complicated.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. I heard the story.
The anonymous box over on Facebook.
I don't know.
Remember the used to go around?
Yes. You saying go to Sarah page like, hey, you might want to watch that bitch you rolling with.
Yes. So you feel relieved. Tell her like, hey, word on the street is homegirl ain't your friend. Yeah, I know. Yikes. Because I also feel like if Sarah would tell that person, then she probably told other folks. So she may not know who said what, potentially. But
yeah, that's true.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was my listener letter.
Okay. Okay. So we got something else over here, and I need to know about like what y'all feel is too far. When it comes to moms and stuff like that, like what's too far? Like she going too far, she doing too much. There are actually, hold on one second. There are two things that I want to show y'all. So I want to make sure I get the other thing up. So give me 1 second. Because I just realized I did not have it ready, and we are going to get into a few things here. Do I still have it? Okay, I do. I still have it. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly as well. But the first thing we're about to get into is this video. So let's check this video out.
This right here is the cutest thing.
Y'all gotta check this out, man.
Jayden. Now, JuJu's 19. Jayden is 24. It's when she does the cute little touch of the ear thing and smiles, and then wait for it later. His mom came out and
my face.
Mama, I realize that you have hands. JuJu is I'm not here.
Mama ain't let nobody in close to JD5.
I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying like the potential for like the cutest little athletes ever. Like, let's just let her hope it. Come on, Mama.
Oh man.
All right. Let's get into this part here. Real quick, like, let's get into this one.
Jayden is getting ready to take this next big step. What concerns you the most?
She look angry.
Girls. Them girls. Some girl out here. She's got Jayden Daniels' wall, and her mama said, "Hey, honey, you're gonna be the one who's gonna go get him." And I know that sounds crazy, but I guarantee there's someone out there who's trying to get their hooks into Jayden Daniels. So thank God he got a mama like me, because it ain't happening.
I bet she did say something like that.
All right, so that's Jayden Daniels, and that young lady he was talking to, her name is JuJu. She's a basketball player over at USC, from my understanding. Get well, JuJu girl. She just busted her knee. I'm not sure if she tore her ACL recently, but she's been a very popular young lady on the court, and I think she probably could go to the WNBA by now. She's like the big talk now after Angel Reese. So yeah, it ain't like she just one of these chicks trying to attach herself. Like, she got her own thing going, and she's gonna have her own money as well. So
that's how you know it's not really about that. And these women feel like they created the man that they wanted to date, but never could find him. So they're trying to hold on to him because, you know, and they can't have him. That's the best way to have him is as a son, because that
ancestral as fuck.
Yeah, pull on them heartstrings. I'm your mama. I made the sacrifices. I didn't already put in the work, so now you owe me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as nice looking as that young man is, every girl that he dates should run in the opposite direction, because that woman has probably spoiled dog shit out of men to the point a woman gonna deal with a man and the mama doing everything and doing all of this coddling. He's probably going to be a headache for you to deal with, because the mom to not have taught him any real accountability or how to respect other young women, because you should want him to go and find him a respectable young woman. But your whole demeanor, girls, yeah, bitch, you already put the misogyny inside your son. Like, thanks.
You are the next thing next to Jesus Christ. Like, that's what she done told her son. And you could tell I was annoyed whenever they told him what she said, and he kind of laughed like, that's my mom. She's tripping. Yeah, I echo everything you said. Run the absolute other direction. Anybody that sees this man. But my question for the mama is, who is Jayden Daniels' daddy? Did you scope after him? The way that you were saying that somebody probably had something on the wall of Jayden Daniels, or you just feel like, I mean, maybe you just had a relation with a regular ass man and you feel like you hit the lotto, which is why you're so protecting of him. But I don't know. I just wonder how it is that she got pregnant with her son, if she thinks that women had that mentality, all women.
I don't know if she's married or not, or to his dad at that, or if she was a single mom raising him. I will say I do agree with what you guys are saying, but some part of me also kind of I think I didn't like that whole sit down with JuJu. I think she did the most. But at the same time, I also think he does need to hear to be mindful, because I do feel like there are certain women that do go to just prey on some of them. Now, what would suck is if she gave him all this advice and tried to, prevent him from picking the wrong woman, and he still ends up picking the wrong woman. Now, that is going to be terrible. But I'm kind of like, I see exactly what y'all are saying, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, it's kind of good that somebody trying to like let him know, like, hey, we ain't doing all that. Okay. Get it together. But I do think she is being a bit overbearing. But then also keep in mind, that's his manager, from my understanding. So then I'm like, I guess it makes it a bit different when that's your mom, because some people have managers that's on their head too about how they should perform. I'm thinking about Survivor's Remorse. I feel like one of those relatives was like a manager or something to that guy on the show. and wanted them to make sure they kept their head in the game and all of that. So I get it, but I just feel like it may be a way to do it. And she
I
damn
just
different.
I just had to look up an article because I wanted to know if his parents are together. I don't think they was together. His parents met when they was in high school. But one of the things that I think is wild as fuck is that his mom has a daughter as well.
Oh,
Okay. The way she's speaking, the daughter was born in 1999. So the daughter is not, she must be older than Jayden or the same age. So the way that she's talking, you would assume that she only has sons. Like that's how women talk when they only have boys. They want to teach you that all women are the devil, but you have a daughter. I'm so confused.
I don't know. Because I didn't get that she's saying all women are the devil. Well, I don't know.
But a lot of
them. Sitting in between JuJu just don't get that vibe. And to sit in between JuJu, like JuJu just, like
she's not gonna let him find out who not the devil though, because she's teaching him to act as though all women are. Like she's teaching him to cover himself from all women, and he'll never be able to find out if there's actually somebody good. So
and I do
even if that's something.
Now I do feel like he do got to go through, in my opinion, those bad relationships though.
All right.
I mean, everybody doesn't, but I feel like he got to have at least one to know like that ain't what I want. To get the one.
You know who I thought about when I watched this video? Somebody who we don't really hear talk often, but I was like, I wonder if Usher mama like that.
Can't be.
You don't think? I feel like she might be.
I think so. That's probably why he like older women.
I
he was
feel like this is.
So I'm thinking of the childhood, and I just feel like she didn't protect enough. That's why I feel like she can't be like that.
I'm just thinking about how he went through that stage with Tamika where he ended up having to fire his mom, but it wasn't until he got much older. So I'm wondering if this is something that Jayden will probably end up going through, where his relationship growth will be stunted until he's much, much, much older. And then whenever he actually finds his way, he gonna fall out with his mama, similar to how Usher did with his own. So
I definitely see him getting another manager at some point. I think because at some point, a lot of guys are like, okay, mama, you got me this far. Like, you just got to trust me. You got to trust that what you gave me, I'm going to go and do right. Like, I think he going to get tired.
Her energy stank as fuck. So I think that's going to be a problem anyway. Like, mamas like that be hard to work with, even for the people around him.
I also kind of got, I'll be honest, I kind of got I want a bit of the shine, just a little bit. When you came and sat in the middle because the camera was on him. Yeah. So now it's this industry thing about when you see Jayden, you're going to see his mama.
Yeah, don't nobody want to deal with that. Good night. Good night, ma'am.
She might be trying to pull
she want to be a LeVar Ball.
I was just going to say Kim Kardashian mama.
With a guy.
But yeah,
that's man. You're going to need to find her a big hip man to go and be a Kardashian child. But child, because them mamas, it'd be hard for them to get a man, and when they get a man, a nigga be suspect.
Ooh.
Well, I don't like it though. I don't like how her eyebrows look. I don't like how that scowl shit on her face. I don't like none of that in it. I feel like every woman should run in the eye. Oh, that never mind, sir. Good day.
The eyebrows tell you everything you need to know. And I'm glad somebody mentioned Tasha Mack in the comments, because that's who I was thinking about. Tasha Mack just stocked.
That's what she meant.
Stocked the room with condoms.
Yeah, nobody got time to be trying to run every girl off. You crazy, bitch. You're gonna be exhausted.
Because Malik was gonna do what Malik wanted to do, huh? Okay.
That smile. Ooh, you're right. Necey, you was right. That smile that he had on his face was low key. Like, all I gotta do is sweet talk my mama and she'll be all right.
Yes. Wow. He said, like, she's a miss. Anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly like, she don't know I be knocking them down like that. Like, I can tell my mama everything. Oh.
But honestly, y'all, these be the type of men in my head that end up being successful with crazy ass wives like Jackie Christie. Like, these type of men don't do well, in my opinion, with the sweet wives. They go and find somebody that's like their mama.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, that's gonna be interesting to see, honey. When I tell you, I can see social media forcing the two together. I feel like social media can encourage relationships when they're constantly telling people how cute they are and everything. And when JuJu seemed like that smile was super damn big. I'm like, JuJu,
They
like,
was cute
just
together.
showing
He
all
was
her
smiling
teeth.
big too.
No,
He
they
was too.
were staring beautiful in each other's eyes and before mama
They
came.
look cute as fuck.
I saw the video on Twitter, and then when I saw the mama come, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I rolled my eyes hard as fuck. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I try to be a little piece of understanding because some of the girls I know I see, but you're gonna have to, what that man said in Major Pain, pop that titty out his mouth. That's what you're gonna have to do.
I thought that was a parody.
You thought it was a parody?
Yeah, when the mom sat down, I thought maybe it was a joke. I watched it a few times and I was like, ain't no way. And then when she pointed at the camera and looked in the camera, I was like, nah, she got to be joking. But then the more I saw it, I was like, oh no, she's serious, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she did ass. Okay, y'all. Let me see real quick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lala Anthony doesn't even do this with her son. This lady needs to calm down.
Why would she?
Ooh. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Demetria, for the super chat. She's the type of mammy. I can't. I would have to fight. Her face screams disrespectful. And let me tell you, I don't disagree because that I do see her being a mother one would have to compete with as they get more developed in their relationship, because he's gonna feel indebted, like he has to do so much for his mom because he feels like she helped him get here. She helped him retain a certain amount of his wealth. So I do see the person he does get potentially competing with the mom, unless she becomes besties with the mom, possibly. So we'll have to see. Thank you guys for the super chat, and thank you, Monique, for becoming a new member of the channel. Thank you so much. All right, y'all.
Hold up. Let me say this.
yeah,
I'm trying to see if it, because I know it'd be all modulated and shit at first. But I feel like even if she tried to be friends with the mom, that would then make him not like her as much.
Oh,
because that always happens. Like they never like the ones that they mama like, i.e. Scrappy Mama D.
Gotcha. Well, good point. All right. Let's see what else we got. Basketball Wives is coming back, y'all. It's on the way back. And I'm not going to hold y'all. I am going to tune in. I don't know if I'm going to review, but I'm going to tune in because I want to see what Ty and Ming Lee are bringing to the show. And outside of them, I also want to see what Lonzo Ball's baby mama is going to bring to the show.
Who is Lonzo Ball baby mama?
Her name is Denise. And
that's who that is.
Yes.
Well, she's
I don't know we're gonna get into it because we
from
my understanding she is, yes. Right. And we're not really here to talk about Basketball Wives for real. We're here to try to understand what the hell went on in editing, because Denise don't even look like herself.
Denise don't look like, okay, I thought that she actually, I don't know what Denise looked like, but it's given that Denise and Chantel, okay, this lie actually ain't too bad besides Ming Lee looking, child.
Look at
you know what? Ming Lee looks like she put a pantyhose over her face to walk into a bank.
Whoa, shit.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
I do.
Wow. That's very accurate.
That is something. Damn. Yeah, I had to get quiet after that one. And when I look at her eyes, I'm looking at Ty's eyes, And Ming used to have eyes like that, and I don't know what happened.
Botox. It's giving. The eyes have been pulled to the point that now they're about to slide down the middle of her nose and just go down her face. It's very sad. Y'all know I had me a little tie. So, and I know that's her girlfriend. So I just kind of was like,
Yikes.
Sorry.
Are we excited to see Chantel? Chantel look
No,
her
no, I'm not.
outfit makes her look older. She looked like Jackie back in when
I
she
don't like
first
her
started.
hair. I don't like her hair. I don't like the dress. The dress makes her look bigger. I also don't like Chantel. Like, I don't like Chantel.
And there's that.
Is this the same daughter who? Oh, it's not. Chantel is the daughter who she favored, right?
Exactly. And I just remember her leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not even exactly sure why. Fuck.
It's something about her face, and it's not. She's pretty, but have y'all ever seen people with like faces where you could tell, like, oh, you gonna get on my nerves?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
She has that face, and it's always in the mouth where you could tell in advance, like, yeah, you gonna get on my fucking
and
nerves.
in the forehead, and in the forehead. It's also in the forehead. Also, what the fuck are they wearing? Like, I hate to be like this asshole person, because you know, like, you think in real life somebody gonna hear me say this and be so hurt that I said this, but whoever styled them did a terrible job.
Yeah, it's so much wrong. The set is bad. The attire is bad. The editing.
The angles of some of these. Why is Brandy being shot at this weird ass angle? Where is this shadow on Jen's face that's making her look like an old drag queen? It's none of it's good. Brittany looks the best. I'm gonna tell you.
I can't, because she's the most covered up. I'm hollering.
And she looks terrible with that hijab. Like, I don't care what she's talking about, because all I see is from one extreme to the next.
Yeah. I knew Brittany was gonna be back though, considering the fact that she tried to leave and stop that OnlyFans and stuff. I knew it was a matter of time.
Right. You need your money.
Facts.
I thought Brittany looked okay. I thought Chantel looked okay, and Denise and Ty looked okay.
What?
When I mean,
Denise looked okay.
Yeah, I thought they looked like normal people. I didn't think they looked scary.
Yeah.
Gotta find Denise.
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about Ty is when you're used to seeing somebody like be pretty for like not wearing makeup, when they actually put on a lot of makeup, it's like, yeah, nah, this is too much. Also, I don't like the outfit. Like, suit should have just been a suit. Why is there a hair? Like, I feel like they were trying to fem her up, and it doesn't look good. Y'all could have just let her be a nigga with her titties out. And you know what I'm saying? With, you know, y'all know she got a little bit of titties. They wouldn't have been out. They would have taped them. But y'all know what I mean. Like, that bow was a no for me. It, just like I feel like Chantel looks pregnant. Like, who did that? Why?
Ooh. Now listen, what's her name? Denise. This is what it's giving with Denise. And her last name is Garcia, so I guess she's not white.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's what it's giving. Arriba.
No.
Yes.
I think she looks very drastically different.
Oh yeah, she looks like a completely different person.
Brown hair. It's the brown hair.
Yeah.
Well,
bitch, I thought that was Carly Rae.
Screaming.
Not me saying who is that.
Yeah, even her face looks more slim in these pictures. You can see the point in her chin, but on the basketball wise picture, her face is more round at the bottom.
Cortisol levels are high, the way they say on TikTok. Y'all, I'm tired of them motherfuckers trying to sell us shit. Talking about, do you have this extra neck right here? It's because your cortisol levels is
no, and get the GNC 30 pack. I'm like, damn, why y'all make me trying to go to GNC and lower my cortisol levels?
Okay, fuck y'all. Okay, my cortisol levels are not high. I live very comfortably. Listen, these right here, I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever did the editing, they like Evelyn, but the rest of this, y'all some hard faced bitches, man.
They don't like Evelyn. They don't like Evelyn.
Yeah,
I think she looked softer than the rest of them. That's what I was saying. She looked like, because Jackie, girl, what the first the fuck off? Why is Jackie wearing a curtain with some shit on underneath? Like, bitch, do you have a black, like it's giving black latex underneath, and then this grandma moo shit on the top?
Moo as fuck.
Oh my god. Then fucking Shawnee, bitch, why is your hairline so straight? What is that about? Like,
yeah, they her the way they did Shawnee's nose is crazy.
Horrible.
It's given they blended Eve with Shawnee.
Somebody said Into the Woods.
Oh. But I feel like that's what Shawnee nose look like. Evelyn nose look completely different to me.
Well, maybe it's her mouth.
Like
Like that's giving Eve below the eyes.
Yeah, it's the hair color and everything that's giving Eve. All she needs is some paws on the chest.
And a man that
I think Shawnee may be best dressed.
Who?
Shawnee.
Yeah, I think Shawnee actually, I think that if I had to choose somebody who looked the best out of these cast pictures, I would say it's Shawnee.
Oh, her outfit.
Shawnee looks her outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, even though the hairline is straight as fuck, she looks good. Now, Evelyn, they airbrushed the fuck out of her nose, so much so that her nose looks much more full, wider. She giving African American.
Yes.
And that's no shade at all, but I just think it's funny that she giving African American hints, all the shit that she done said on the show. That's
what they do. If they gonna put you in a cast with other black women, blacken your image up so you could blend in. That's why the Denise girl don't look the same. You have to really look at it because they want y'all to look uniform in some way. They turn the contrast and the warmth of these pictures up way too much, if you ask me.
Did y'all ever used to get them no closure sew-ins? Like the first sew-in I ever got was a no closure sew-in, and you would get the little piece sewed at the top of your head. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Why the fuck it look like that's what Evelyn got in this good 2025?
Oh, it don't.
I've had them so.
Oh my god!
There's no part. It looks like somebody put a piece in it, not even a closure.
You know what that mean, right? You know what that mean?
What?
Listen, listen, y'all can say what you want to say. Everybody has their negatives. But see, some of the Latinas, I'm going to say some because I don't want you to be upset at me, okay? But some of the Latinas, their hair thins when they get older. So I have all that thick hair when they're younger. But see, getting older, shit's getting and thinner, which makes sense as to why she will come to us in a 24 piece.
Oh,
I mean, but the thing is, even if you ain't got no hair, you could go for a 5x5 closure, 2x6 closure. This is giving. I just
used to it.
I don't understand.
You don't know what to do. She not used to this.
Listen, that's crazy. I agree. This photo shoot is awful. Hot mess like the show. I'm hollering. And thank you for the super chat. Chantel came on arguing with Drea about Orlando. I remember that.
Oh, that's probably thanks. That's probably what made me not like. Thank you.
They probably should have. Well, I'm sure they asked Drea back now that she's dating that guy, Jayden, but she probably would never go back. She don't need to, really. But okay. Anything else on basketball wise? Are we done with them?
And we done.
All right. Okay. So now I want to get into some never would have made it news. So let us check out what Mr. Marvin Sapp had to say, okay, to the congregation.
I can't hear the audio.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me tell you something. No, this nigga's hair problem.
Hold on, let me read. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Bondy, I'm hollering. Somebody said it's Bondy Latina. She said no.
I know how to roll my R's though. Yes,
but I can't.
You
no, I'm not Latina, but I know how to roll my R's.
It's the truth, my friend. Listen.
Let's see. All right, if I play it, let me know if y'all can hear it.
Word.
Can y'all hear it now?
It's an obligation tag to that acknowledgement. In biblical days, they offered livestock, grain. That was a type of currency. Note, if you will, I did not say money. I said currency. And this is what God is saying for at least 1,000 of you in the building. And this is simple. I'm not going to challenge you the way Bishop did. But I know that there's 1,000 individuals under the sound of my voice that can do what I'm about to challenge you all to do. This is simple. Ask each and every one of you how many of y'all received something from the word of the Lord. Look at us. Yeah. Now after you come up here, you can open the doors. Y'all walk out the door after you come up here. But make sure you come this way before you go out the door. That's it. Look at God. Look at what God has done. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm good. I'm out. Peace. Look at us.
I think I cut it off.
Everyone in this place
but basically
said these words. I did.
He was asking his congregation to give a lot of money. If he could get like 1,000 people to give $400 or whatever the case was, he was asking for.
He was saying $20 from everybody, and then he turned around to the people on the stage and asked them for like $100, I believe. And he was trying to get like, you know, something from 1,000 of them online and 1,000 of them in the room. From what I understood.
Let me see what else.
Currency.
I think
and this is what God is saying for at least 1,000 of you in the building. And this is simple. I'm not going to challenge you the way Bishop did. But I know that there's 1,000 individuals under the sound of my voice that can do what I'm about to challenge you all to do. This is simple. Ask each and every one of you how many of y'all received something from the word of the Lord. Everyone in this place said these words. I did. Because of your acknowledgement of what God did in word, there is an obligation that is attached to that acknowledgement. In biblical days, they offered livestock, grain. That was a type of currency. Note, if you will, I did not say money.
So he decided after getting roasted by people that he says recently a clip has gone viral of me challenging 2,000 individuals. He says virtually and in person to plant a seed of $20 during an international gathering held at a convention center with over 4,000 people in attendance that evening plus virtual viewers. In that same moment, I also challenged leadership to lead by example by sowing $100. That evening, I personally gave much more. I'm wondering if the people actually met the standard of what he was looking for. Unfortunately, in this social media age, snippets are easily shared without context and assumptions are quickly made without understanding the full picture. Conferences have budgets, churches have budgets, and people have budgets as the assigned ministerial gift for this international gathering. One of the responsibilities was to help raise the conference budget. That's not manipulation, it's stewardship. What y'all think?
Oh, I hope y'all can hear me clearly. Can I please listen?
Yeah, I get you.
Oh, girl, I want to say that this is not new. And I really wish that the church people will recognize that this is how it has always been, from them passing the plate around several times, from the building fund to allowing things to remain broken in the church, to remind you should be giving more money, to locking doors. That's not something new. Shout out to my girl Roxanne. Roxanne said somebody did that to her when she was at church as well, when she was in the choir, locked the doors on everybody. Now I'm Catholic. Yeah, I'm Catholic. We never experienced that, but we experienced people playing with the kids, and we experienced people leaving holes in the ceiling to make people get to a building fund. As long as I went to my, never had a building fund. It was my adult life when we got a new pastor, you know, somebody from the archdiocese that came into our church who was not somebody from New Orleans. They were in the neighborhood. They was an outsider, and they became the priest of the church. And child, when I tell y'all, I don't even understand. Like, he was really, you know, he was playing around. He got accused of assaulting a kid. It was a whole situation. That's what really like took me out of even still participating. Because I'm like, I can't do this with y'all. I don't believe this, but I did it for community because I really loved my church family and I still do. But I can't do that with them because at the end of this,
you're going out, Bondy. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, I can't play around with the church shit because y'all don't be real enough for me. Okay, I'm sorry my sound is going in and out, y'all. The internet is playing on my top this evening. Okay, these hoes hate me over here at Cox Cable, but the AT&T people came today, Jesus, and we might be delivered from bad internet at some point. Okay, but the way I had a woman send me a paragraph this morning about how I was in a dark place and she was going for me and I'm sad and all of this. She liked me, but I'm going down a dark path, all because I was talking about theology and different religions and all of that type of stuff. So the way that lady came at me, all for this man to lock y'all in a fucking church and extort y'all, coerce y'all into giving money. Like, you can't talk to me when your religion does shit like that. And I'm gonna leave it at that because my sound is bad.
You muted, Necey.
The message was clear of what you were trying to say. I agree. I was laughing my ass off because my best friend sent me this video of it was a video I sent it to you, Jamie, of Omarion on tour.
Yes.
And he was like, "Get the fuck up, everybody, stand the fuck up right now." You like trying to get everybody to stand up. And it reminds me, I went to this church in Dallas, and I ain't gonna say what it was, but I call it the interracial dating church because that's where all the interracial couples go. It's one of them churches. And when I was there, the pastor was like trying to.
My bad, y'all.
Oh, what?
Okay, go ahead. My
Oh,
bad.
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear nothing. He was trying to shame. It felt like he was trying to shame people for not getting up and praising and jumping up and down and dancing and hooping and hollering. So he had the choir sing this song like 5-6 times, and the choir would get more lit. And yeah, go ahead. This is what I felt like the pastor did, even though he didn't.
Okay, let me start it over and cut the audio up.
Get up, get up, get up, it's a concert, get up, the fuck up.
Child.
So
You're yelling at the people.
Listen,
he said it's a concert. You said what, Bondy?
Go ahead and finish. I'm gonna say it after.
Oh, okay. I'm laughing my ass off because I see people naming the church in the comments. Anyway, they naming a couple church, but we see each other. Anyway, the pastor was like, I don't know about, and this is my first service, so I'm not feeling, I'm not about to get up and hoot and holler if I'm not really feeling the word. This is why I don't like going to church, because it's performative. So he hollering, get up, I don't know if they not feeling the word, da da da. But to Bondy's point, I understand what you're saying. Some of the shit can be performative, and it can just be like, this does not feel godly. Like, allow me to feel the authentic word. And like, I don't have to get up and cheer you on like you're the entertainer. The shit is weird. So I feel like that situation coupled with him locking the doors on people, it's a lot of stuff that's just like, this is why churches be weird. This is why I don't like being hounded after church and y'all asking me to join 5011 Connect groups. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I want to get the word and I want to go home.
Yeah, the locking the doors definitely took me out. Why I feel like sometimes these pastors that go viral be trying to outdo each other or something. Didn't Pastor Keon say what?
Because they do. It's a competition amongst them. It is.
Because it was Keon, then it was Jamal Bryant, and then now here we go with Marvin. It's too much.
TD Jakes had a fucking heart attack on the stage. It was important to him to show y'all.
I thought he had a stroke.
Stroke.
Damn.
I thought
He
he had a heart attack.
No. He did. I'm thinking in the beginning when it first went down, they were saying it was like a stroke. Now he learning he had a massive heart attack. That's scary as hell.
Today.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you something though. What I wanted to say about Omarion, and I swear to God, I hope y'all can hear me.
We can.
Omarion, when I was able to clock him at the verses, not having his breathing accurate for the performance, that's how I knew he was bullshitting. So Omarion would act like he was doing yoga and all of that. And anybody that does yoga knows that one of the main things is your breathing. Because he could not handle his breath on stage, I knew he was full of shit. And I feel like ever since then, we've been seeing that he's full of shit. Your titties is showing now. You're not in as good a shape. And now that you're on stage, you got to make people stand up. And that's because you are not being authentic.
Ooh, that was a major clock.
He's a Scorpio man, though. So what can we... Ain't he a Scorpio man? Diddy, Drake, Future.
Y'all heard about what he did to Raven Simone?
Who?
Yeah, he was. I didn't know that. Y'all came like 2 weeks ago. Raven was like, he got pregnant on her, or she thought he was something like that, where they were dating and he allegedly got somebody pregnant on her.
What?
Yeah.
I saw a clip of Raven saying that people were alleging that she was pregnant by Omarion. Like that was the rumor back then, but I didn't see that part.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding it. I didn't think she was pregnant. I think that she was with him and he had a baby on her. But I was confused. Either way, I still did not know that they dated. Like,
yeah,
how random.
You know why? Because Marion is attractive to bisexual women.
Like bisexual?
You think that Omarion's attractive?
Before, absolutely.
Used to.
Yes.
I never thought he was before. I never did.
The 2018 years. Absolutely. 2018, 17.
Oh, 2018. Yeah. I thought she was talking about B2K days. Yeah. Oh, before I thought he was. Him and his...
I was Lil Fizz Pop in the B2K days, bitch. Me and Lil Fizz. Listen, I had a girlfriend that looked just like Lil Fizz. Then I dated a dude that was that looked like Lil Fizz. And
I feel like it's a bunch of studs that look like Lil Fizz, though. That's why I holler.
It's be light skin with curly hair, and now you look like Lil Fizz, girl. That was the thing. Be half Puerto Rico and half black.
You know who do look like Lil Fizz? Maybe just a little piece when you say that. I'm thinking about Tyra B.
Oh,
Tyra B. Who's that?
I'm still in love.
You're right. I think so.
Giving me a rush. Okay. She's throwback. She throwback. I think she tried to come back a few times, but yeah.
No. You're right. She do look like that. Her. Oh, that made me think about Amanda Perez was the shit back in the day, you know, for the light-skinned lesbians that had songs, okay?
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, that was my first little girlfriend when that Amanda Perez song came out. God sent me an angel
from the heavens above.
Maybe they wrote this song.
What?
They wore that one.
My broken heart from being in love, cause all I do is cry. Listen, okay. Look, I had a good time in high school. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Screaming. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep it going because I think we done with Marvin and the Sapp of it all. So,
wait. One thing before we leave Marvin Sapp. The shit he said about taking his wife on cheap dates, and y'all know that lady passed before him, right? I said you've been shortchanging that lady her whole life. That's why she died before you. Anytime a woman died before a man, I feel like it's your fault, nigga. You used that lady till you couldn't use her no more.
What did they say? I can't remember what they say. Do women typically live longer?
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Yes, we typically live longer.
Women live longer. Is it if they're married? Men live longer if they're married, is what I thought.
But that they live longer if they're married, but it doesn't mean they outlive their wives. It means they outlive single men.
Oh, okay.
Because listen, the way I live, many of your wife have a husband in my family. Okay.
Well, let's get to the next thing then. I don't know how it's gonna go out or work for Jeannie Mai, but she said that she afraid of the streets. But I still think she's gonna live a very long and happy life. I would like for us to get into what Miss Jenny had to say to Miss Sherry.
Regardless if I do end up with somebody or not,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I have me.
One of the other things is, being a single mom, because you hold your child's heart in your hands, is dating again.
Girl, the streets scare me. I don't want, can we just bring back spending time by yourself, journaling,
Yes,
sitting
you
at
can do
home
that.
in your grandma panties and just not caring that
You
nobody
can do
gets to tell
all
you
of
what to
that.
do. Like, I love right now.
Yes.
Honestly, I think my whole life, we've kind of, as women, have been prepared to like, how are you gonna talk to your new boyfriend? How are you gonna get that first kiss?
Right.
Who are you gonna marry? Who are you gonna date when you get divorced? How are you gonna get back out in these streets? I don't wanna be in the streets. The streets don't want me. I wanna be by myself.
Okay.
I am paid for fully.
Right.
I am under warranty.
There
I can eat my own French fries at that table. I don't have to share with anybody. I can go to bed when I want to. I can sit there and scroll aimlessly as long as I need.
That's true.
And I love that, like, right now, I feel like my 20s and 30s were really spent doing all the research, figuring out life, trying to figure out what you want and who you are. But then my 40s and 50s, now I know exactly what not to do. And I know exactly what I needed to do.
Yes.
And right now I get to apply everything that I need.
And that is all right. And that's why you need to be by yourself for a while to enjoy you.
Yes.
To enjoy everything that you do and enjoy
And become
Monica.
all of me, because whoever it is, if there is somebody, is gonna really love what that woman's like.
The full person.
She is a piece of work, and she is coming for you, you know?
That's it.
And so that right there, regardless if I do end up with somebody or not, I'm so happy that I have me.
Well, I love that. Get to know you, enjoy you.
Yeah.
But sometimes, Jeannie, a little tingle happens there. The little tingle happens.
I know about the tingle, yes.
And so you can try to do a lot of things by yourself. Journaling ain't gonna get rid of the tingle.
Yeah, that's right. But wait,
just saying.
but Sherry, we didn't say that we can't have friends.
Okay.
We can have friends.
We can have friends. All right. They just gotta.
Do we all have friends?
We got friends.
All right then.
They just need to leave before the babies wake up. That's
Exactly. I'm here for Jeannie Mai getting back out there, but not getting back out there at the same time. I think Jeannie Mai, in my personal, has been through some stuff. Yeah. After that first man getting with the friend or whatnot, and then you got Jeezy thinking you found your one, and he done flipped on you and child.
Yeah, a hard flip at that.
But see, that's the thing. I think people think it's hard, but when I looked up his history, he did the same shit to the other baby mom. Similar.
Which I mean is a hard flip from her point of view.
Oh,
that's scary.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all.
That's true.
Y'all.
What?
I put in the comments. I'm about to say something messed up. So two things. First of all, Jamie, you're right about Jesus, how he treats the other women. Even though I feel like there are things I would disagree with or may not necessarily like about Jeannie Mai, I like her a hell of a lot more than I like Jeezy.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna say that Sherry Shepherd reminds me of the oversexed slow girls. I hate to say it like that, but if you ever
Amanda, when you said that, this girl I went to middle school, it came up in my head.
there's always an example of this. That's why I knew I was about to say something fucked up. And I'm so sorry, y'all. But if y'all have ever seen it, the oversexed slow girl, because she don't know how to control her horniness, right? And that's the way Sherry be acting sometimes. And y'all, I need y'all to go back to Jamie Foxx, the season that Sherry Shepherd was his friend. She was always acting like hot and bothered and rubbing her teeth, and it was just a lot. And she would look goofy as fuck. So y'all, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I apologize, but please understand there's some truth in what I just said. That is all.
Ain't that so? Sherry, honey. Well, Good luck to Jeannie Mai. Hopefully she finds what she's looking for. I love that she's taking her time, especially with this baby. I think she's really content as well with her daughter, which is why she's not. I mean, you got to be careful anyway when you go out there. Everybody can't do Portia. So I definitely understand now that she's had a child that you got to be a little, you know what I'm saying? Be careful. Don't bring everybody around that baby. He gonna have a fit any damn way. Now that I think about it. Gonna probably have you back down there in the courthouse once you start back dating somebody. So it's gonna be a mess.
That's why friends are cool, like she said.
Yes.
Clearly.
You fuck and send back to their own house. You don't own me. And I feel like people, because on Waiting to Exhale, man, never a realer thing was never said. You think I'm about to get a divorce and then go out and find me a new owner? Because that's literally what it is for women. Like, not all the time, of course, but for the most part, it is going to find a new owner, because anything you would have done has to now be done through the lens of the man that you're with. I'm sorry.
Right.
What we eating tonight?
Right.
Bitch, I'm eating grapes and popcorn and wine. What are you eating?
Stop trying to make me go to bed before I'm ready to go to bed. I don't have to go to work in the morning, nigga. I could sleep until 2:00 in the afternoon. If I want to scroll on TikTok until 3 in the morning, get out of my face.
Right.
Try. Now what is this? Okay. All right, y'all. Next up. So y'all know it's been a lot going on with the Breakfast Club with Jess Hilarious as well as Lauren LaRosa. They had their whole spiel. Then we learned that Lauren LaRosa ends up getting her own podcast. So shout out to her. It's powered by Black Effect, which is Charlemagne. So congrats to her. But Angela Yee actually came out and had something to say about the situation. So let's check out what Angela had to say to the people.
I would say this. When I initially left, they did say they were going to hire 2 people. So that was always the plan. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know what's communicated to anybody. I know Jess was out on maternity leave, and I know that's tough too, coming back. I know she's expressed, having a baby, postpartum, all of those things take a toll. And Lauren works really hard. And Jess does too. Like, she's on the road. And I think part of why they hired her was because of that. Like, she does comedy shows, she goes on the road. That adds a lot to the show.
Has a strong following. Yeah.
But I think a lot of times it is social media that tends to get people riled up. It's outside forces. It's not what's in the room, and that's what makes tension sometimes build. I would say this. When I initially left, they did say they were build. But what is good is when you can have a blow up and then work through it. And so we just have to see it publicly play out. But I think it looks like they're really working through it. And I feel like this can be an advantage because a lot of people can relate to blow-ups in the workplace, and then how do you move forward from that? Because sometimes the resentment can just build and build and build, and then everything falls apart. But if you can catch it early on, that's a good way to make sure, let's squash this. But what is good?
Okay, Miss Angela. I like the way that she answered that question and handled that. So it just confirms to me that iHeart didn't necessarily handle Jess appropriately by not telling her the entire scope at all, because even Angela, which is crazy, even Angela knew that they were supposed to be having 4 people total. That was always the goal. But Jess never knew that. So it makes sense when she returns and she feels like somebody is impeding on her space because they didn't communicate. And it definitely falls back on them.
And I didn't like they were trying to make it seem as like, okay, so let's be fucking for real. Jess is not a journalist, right? You can't read properly. You don't have reading comprehension skill. You're a smart girl, but you're smart in the space that you're smart in. However, the way they were handling it seemed like a situation. Even I ain't gonna lie, y'all, and I said this in my live, even though I respect Lauren, I still didn't even like the way Lauren was handling that situation, because stop acting like you don't know what the fuck it feel like to expect to have a certain position and then find out that something different is happening. When she said, as my talent, okay, so if she is your talent as her producer, you had a conversation with her that was clarifying your position and what was happening. But it was almost as if you didn't want to have that conversation. So let's rely on everybody else to have that conversation with Jess. And then when there's an issue, everybody wants to act like she's unprofessional. But she, to me, clearly trying to have these conversations behind closed doors and was not getting the answers until she brought it to everybody else. And what this generation has learned is social media will help you get accountability, because secrecy allows to mistreat you, pay you, you know, under what you should be getting paid and all of that type of shit. So I was never really mad at Jess for coming out and speaking on camera about her experience, because I felt we all saw what was happening. And if I was in Jess's position, I would have felt the way. Like, I'm sorry, I would have felt the way. Communicate with me clearly about what's happening so we can then work together. But don't tell me that somebody is supposed to leave when I come back, and then when I get here, they still here, and everybody acting like it's because I'm not doing a good job. That would have made me feel away too. So I'm not gonna act like Jess is wrong. Sometimes I think the way we think corporate America should work is the right way, but it's really not.
It's likely designed to work exactly how it is working. It was something I wanted to say. Oh, I was gonna say, I think that Angela Yee probably left because of some of this. Just a bit of the unprofessionalism. Because remember how Jess came on? That was even questionable. Didn't they like announce it, but then said that that's not true or something like that? I think
temporary. Right. When she signed her contract, they were trying to act like she had not signed on at first until they did this big announcement.
Yeah, it's like always been something with them. And with that being said, makes me question when it comes to Lauren, although she is one of the producers. Could she have I don't know if somebody could have also told her, we're gonna talk to Jess about that. You ain't gotta talk to her about that. We'll let her know when she get back that it's gonna be a 4-person. We'll talk to her. Don't worry about that. You just worry about this.
Yeah,
that's possible.
I get that.
And if that's the case, then it was unprofessional production, management, HR's part for both of them.
Yeah, that's what I say.
But that's why I said that it still falls on Lauren, because you were a producer. If she was just another talent, then it wouldn't have fell on. You are a producer. You do.
That's a good point.
Disagree. This is where I would
disagree. If she were talent, like she said.
This is where I disagree, because I think it's levels to the producer. So I don't know if she was at that place where she have that conversation. Now I think she is, being that she is now a senior news producer, but at the time she was just a news producer. So somebody else that could have been in that position, likely. That's why I was like, they could have told her like, hey, like, nah, like, we got that. Don't worry about it. We'll handle it. Yeah, don't worry about Jess. We got it. We'll talk to her. And
but she said she was her talent. That's what I'm hanging on to. When she said my talent.
She's like, now she is. She's the senior news producer. You are my talent.
I thought that meant period. I thought when they brought Lauren on, she was already producing in the background. But I want to respond to this in the comments. Keisha L, producer does not mean in charge. That is not what I am insinuating. That's not what I'm insinuating. I worked in the news business for 8 years. What I mean when I say you are a producer, you are running a show, meaning you are in the meetings with the executive producer and the director. So you're in the meetings to find out what's going on. So if you really wanted to have a respectable rapport with your talent, you would let them know what was going on, even if it wasn't official. That's what I mean. Because when I worked in that, we know how that shit. Motherfuckers, they don't tell people what they need to know. It is advantageous to tell people what they need to know. So to me, a game was being played with Jess.
Definitely
she didn't give facts on what was going on. But please don't misunderstand. I am very well aware that producers are not in charge. But in working in the news business, they're not in charge, but they are over whatever show they're doing. They're whatever topics you're discussing. They're writing scripts, and they are in direct contact with your executive producer in a way that talent sometimes is not, especially if you're not Charlemagne or Envy. If you're the new talent, you usually don't have any type of sway on your executive producer. So as a producer, Lauren should have went to Jess and been like, listen, this is what I think is going on. We should just work like this. And maybe Jess would have been receptive because Jess was in her feelings. I'm open to that as well. But we can't play it like Jess didn't. I mean, like Lauren didn't show up with a new wig and red lipstick and shit when all of this came out. Like, come on, man. Before that, you was in your regular hair and regular clothes like it was 3 o'clock in the morning when you got up. Just like Jess was when you decided to come with your jacket off your shoulders and shit. I know my internet is stupid. I hope y'all still understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. I just keep laughing because every time we say the names, Angelique. I'm thinking about the Webby video. Angelique, Charlotte McGay, and DJ Envy, Charlotte McGee, and Angela Ye. Y'all know what video I'm talking about?
I don't.
He said that. You don't know what video I'm talking about where he said, God damn, y'all got some names on y'all.
Oh, that was Webby.
Yes.
That was Webby's ears.
Oh my
God. Also, I want to say this. I'm talking specifically about this situation, y'all. I'm not defending Jess hilarious and everything she does, y'all. I'm just specifically talking about this situation where I feel like corporate is taking advantage of this mess. And it makes y'all feel like Jess is so wrong for her response when really behind the scenes, people take advantage of the fact that you don't have any voice for real because you're a new hire. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Exactly.
All right, y'all. Hold on 1 second. I am about to switch up to something else. Okay. I think this is where we at.
Charlotte McGay. Yay. DJ.
Is this it? Okay, I think this is it. All right, babe.
I want DJ Envy to stop coloring his beard. You look crazy.
Oh, he's been coloring the beard?
Yes.
Thanks.
And you know, he's so light. And I was like, why are you? Also, I'm mad at him for acting like he don't care about how the public feel about him. Nigga, you done crashed out on a Breakfast Club many a time.
Especially on Tyrese, didn't he?
Yes. And the two dudes that talk shit about his wife. The ones that used to work with Joe Budden. Remember that?
Yeah.
Mile and
Rory.
Yes. He went in on them. Nigga, you cheated on your wife. What you mad at us for?
That's crazy.
I ain't like none of that bitch ass shit they was doing. Plus, Charlamagne with all of that trying to make a joke out of the situation when you know I believe Jess when she said your messy ass told her to lean into the mess. I believe her.
Absolutely. Sounds right up his alley. But we're gonna get into more Jess later because she did do an interview with Shannon Sharp. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. But right now, I want us to get into a little bit of the TV talk. Y'all listen to this.
What the future past? What the we doing right now? What we doing?
That's what you think I look like? Man, you got on $100,000.
I asked a question. No, I just asked a question.
What chain on your reel? What watch on your reel?
Everyone.
How you talking to this fake ass girl? What type of glasses them is?
Yeah, but you know convict music, though. You know how we get.
Everything on you, bro. Hell, man, all that. I'm talking about what I got on.
For a long time, my
hold on. Everything on you fake, bro.
We ain't talking about.
I would believe something coming out. Everything on you fake. You talking to me, bro?
What's fake on me?
Everything on you, bro.
I'm sorry, that in the flea market.
Everything on me real.
What is happening?
What you know for? What you know for?
Having real on my face, bro.
This 50 down my neck.
Man, that ain't no mother. You talking about? You ain't talking about saying that out your mouth.
We out here on vacation. What we doing? And he got Yo Gotti over here. You got little Yo Gotti over here.
I didn't pull him out the fire. It was fire with us.
Bro, we grown men, bro. We grown men.
Why is this smoke?
I would give me some food. I just heard dudes speaking on me. So why you speaking on me behind my back? That's some pussy.
Well, what I didn't want to happen is come to Cabo and you got whole grown men out here fighting and arguing. That's not cute or sexy. Zane, I'm gonna need you to wrap it up, little buddy.
Like, why you worried about what my girl got going on, bro?
Now, I'm not worried about your girl going on.
About what my girl got going on. And I don't like that
question, man.
I got feelings toward her. I got feelings toward her.
I just asked her, how long has she been going behind my dog back?
No, I didn't go behind his back.
Look, let's bring him here. We cool, right?
Everybody was jumping in on my was trying to.
You know what's crazy? Right now, having like Ray really like stand up and have my back, it just shows me any other time that I've gone somewhere with Scrappy, like he just let bitches come for me all the time. And to just have somebody having my back like that, yeah, I like that.
You good over here?
Earlier you said
stirring up.
I think you good. Listen, we can't go to jail in Mexico.
I'll go to jail in Mexico.
No, you don't want to.
Hollering. No, you don't want to. Don't act hard now. I'll go to jail in Mexico. You're gonna be going by your damn self. Okay. For the people wondering, that's Lil Zane. That was little Zane. And Bambi's new boo, now fiance, that pretty much got into it over him feeling like, I guess, Bambi was seeing this guy while she was still with Scrappy.
What's his name? Ray?
Is it Ray? I'm not sure.
Mm.
I'm not sure what that man's name is. I thought she said Zay, but I'm honestly not even sure.
Zay. Maybe that
It
might be
might be
right.
Zay. I'm not sure if it's Zay or Ray. But I like him. So far so good. I love the fact that the whole time they was getting into it, he was eating his food. It was giving unbothered. It's giving make sure you stay over there because I don't want to have to hurt you, young man. And then it's like, why are you trying to show so like Zane? Why are you trying so hard to show Scrappy that you got his back or something?
Right.
Like, why are you like? I'm confused.
Over some shit that we don't even know if Scrappy pressed over. And it's funny as fuck because in this same episode, Scrap is at the hospital delivering his baby from a threesome. And you talking about how long you been going behind my man back. That's not your business. Same episode, we talking about you cheating on your wife.
Right? You got other things to worry about, sir. And you all in their relationship. A bit of deflection.
It's giving projection. Lil Zane is giving projection. You're the cheater. You're the whore. So you're trying to divert the attention.
I think this is the second time, y'all, that we done seen. This is the second time that we done seen Zane pipe up to somebody, and I think it's his little man syndrome. Who did he do that to? He did that to somebody a couple episodes back.
Then he get into who was it? Chaotic?
Probably.
Or was it Scrap?
On behalf of Scrap.
Probably.
Was it?
You know,
it was something like that, but it's definitely piping through. He's like, I think that this is two things. One, you want to show that you loyal to Scrap, but two, you want to stroke your ego because you know everybody around you know you little as fuck. So now you got to try to flex.
Also, you want to be Scrappy. That's another thing. You wish you looked like Scrappy. You wish you was the big, tall dude with all of the body and all of that. Because all you have is them little plats. And Ashley, who you really shouldn't be disrespecting. Amazing that she finds you attractive because she was over there like, don't play on my nigga, girl. Ain't nothing to play on. Like, my, little tiny tyke over there. Ain't nothing attractive about it. You can't even, first of all, normally
she was acting like that.
She was. When she was talking to Carly, she was like, don't play on my man like that. Like, he not attractive. He's not.
I know.
He's Mighty Mouse. He's Tiny Tim. Okay?
Don't say it like my man is just and
is. He is. If he got a big dick, I can't tell. He talk too much to be a nigga with a big dick. So that's why I know he ain't one of them short niggas with a kickstand that know how to act in public because my dick big. He don't have that energy. I don't know what you getting out of that relationship with that little weird ass nigga, but I'm tired of you and him.
Definitely tired of both of them. Okay. It was something else I want to get into with Love and Hip Hop. And that's Renni Rucci and the ignorance of it all. Renni Rucci had this baby and she's been dating this guy for however long, but they get into it, I guess, over a song that Kevin Gates dropped or something like that. And the dude wanted to put her and the kids out the house. And I'm like, Renni, this ain't it, mamas. Let's take a listen.
I ain't the one who got caught cheating.
I never cheated. That's the thing.
Who the fuck said you cheated, bitch?
You cheated.
You stupid asshole. I said I ain't the one who got caught cheating in the world.
You cheated.
Nigga,
not me. I've never cheated. I've never cheated.
That's great.
You with the Roches, the Rolos, the Sky Blacks, the all of them. It's not about a storyline. It's real life. I ain't cheating in real life. You are. You are. You are. You are. You are. I don't need a storyline. You cheat in real life, not me.
What? Why you not leaving?
Not me.
Fuck, leave.
Now, I try to make my family work. Call me crazy.
Everybody say that.
Call me crazy.
Crazy.
Hyped up about what? About a nigga releasing a song from 5 years ago? No, you said I was. You just got on the phone with your friends and said I was. I never was hyped up about nothing. Never was hyped up about nothing. I got on live to clear it up like you wanted. You said I didn't do enough. You said I didn't do enough. You said I didn't do enough. Be for real. Be for real. You said I didn't do enough. Through shots? That's the truth. I ain't the one cheating. I ain't did no cheating, period. That's a song from 5 years ago. I know you are. I know you are. Hey, Rucci. Hey, Rolo. Hey, be on the way then. Be on the way. 5 minutes up the house from our street, from our house while I'm sitting with your baby. Be on the way. Be on the way. Be on the way. Victim, I'm not a victim of nothing. The truth. You cheat. I'm miserable because you cheat.
Why you want to leave?
I'm miserable. I will.
Thank you. My life is great.
I ain't making your life horrible. You are. I don't do nothing to you. Sit around and be stupid. That's what I do.
I ain't the one who got caught cheating.
I never cheated. That's a right here.
Get to my house, get out of my shit.
Great. How many times have you put me out? I don't talk to that man. That's you mad about some shit that's never. You mad about some shit that ain't happened. You mad about some. That's cool, babe. Let me tell you something. I have somewhere to go. It don't have to be your house. I will. That's like your 100th time putting me out.
Exactly.
Great.
Internet.
Great. Because this what you wanted. You wanted me to talk clear. That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. I'm glad y'all see this. No, you're lame. You're lame.
Love and hip hop is on that.
This ain't got nothing to do with Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop ain't make you cheat on me. Love and Hip Hop ain't make you act weird with me because of a nigga putting a song out that was 5 years old. I didn't do nothing to you. You get on the phone talking about I'm hyped by the song. I got on live and cleared the shit up. Ain't nobody did.
Well, I'm not the one cheating.
And I'm not. You don't like to hear the truth. I'm not.
Is my cheating the one that
I'm
got people
not.
thinking your child could be
And
somebody
I
else's
cleared up that song 5 years old and nothing about the song changed from 5 years ago. It's the same song from 5 years ago. There go y'all couple goes.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who said that?
What about me? Since you were cheating, it been for you been the hoe, not me. You been the hoe, not me. Go fuck, boy. I'm about to punch you dead in your shit. I'm about to punch you dead in your shit. You keep on fucking. Keep on.
Oh, girl. I went through
That's
that.
the sugar. I wasn't even straight. I was.
That's the only reason I'm saying something. Because let's speak on a Rolo. Ain't no dusty foot dragging who up here posted some old fucking text messages from before me and this was together finna get on the internet and play that one. And since we want to record phone calls, post all the phone calls. And like I said, what do you want to do about it? Because he don't wear his. Do you want to wear yours? Throwing hands with him? Yes. Yes. He can do all the talking he wants to all day long. Yes, I'm not going to talk. He know that. How he cheat when you like bad too? I don't know, because he ain't the first nigga to cheat. He ain't going to be the last nigga to cheat. Tell me when y'all stop cheating.
Who is y'all?
That's the only reason I'm saying something, because let's speak on a Rolo.
Okay, can I please? Okay, so for me personally, I'm gonna just say this. I would have been like, yeah, I fucked them. Now what? Like, to me, whenever men push that shit on women, when they know it's not true, when they know they the cheater, and I know you might get hands put on you for some shit like this. That's why you got to be prepared, and you can't be in no tight space.
Right.
But I would have told that nigga, okay, you think I fucked them? I fucked them. I fucked them and sucked them and everything else. Now what? Now what? Because
he probably would have reached over and slapped the shit out of her.
And that's when I would have called the
Thanks.
police. Policia!
That was... Oh, that arguing was, it was just so, girl, it's time to go. Don't let no man put you out of the house that you and your child are in. You talking about, I want to make my family work. Girl, start over. Start over. You can start over. Start over.
Please start over.
Start over.
The manipulation.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
The manipulation that was going on was crazy. He want to keep you down in the dumps. That's the type of man that really wear and tears on your damn soul, because he doesn't want to get over a situation. He wants to keep you right there with, like he just kept mentioning it. She's like, I cleared it up. Whatever you asked me to do, I did. He just keeps drilling it in. It's like, girl, when are you going
even
to
when it got quiet, that he kept talking. It got quiet for a little bit. And I'm like, okay, it's almost done. But then he kept going.
And you know, Renni, I really pray that sometimes I feel like with these situations, in my opinion, and I really just speak for what worked for me, is I literally had to say to God, I can't get myself out of this. You're going to have to do it. And that's when things started to move and I got the hell out of that relationship. And you clearly are not strong enough. You might have to, do your prayer or whatnot, but you really do need to think about your children while you're talking about, I want to save my family, protect my family, whatever it is. Hold on to your family. No, ma'am, because I don't know what animosity you had with your mother when she was alive. God rest her soul. I don't know if she gave more attention to the guys she was with than actually being there with you and your siblings or whatever. But you got to think about how you're showing up to your children, and you got at least a daughter for sure. So I feel like you're setting an example, and you just really, you talk about your kids. Your kids are your family. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna stray like them niggas is. So not all of them. So with that being said, you need to think about them. And then they getting older, they see this stuff, they witness this stuff. Your kids are old enough to have social media in their hands, and you getting played the hell out. And then you get back up here, you do a video laying in the bed or whatever, and then you downplaying some of the shit that just happened. Like you look a fool. Gorgeous girl.
And the next day, eat soggy chicken with a puffy face because you've been crying all night. Because you saw the video she posted, right?
Want to argue with the internet.
Yeah, because now you mad at the internet because he said the nigga ain't shit. And I want y'all to understand something. This is why I could never be in those types of relationships. Because when I tell you, I didn't pull the gun on a nigga and everything. I'm not doing this with you. I don't know who the fuck you think you about to mentally like abuse like this.
Mentally abuse.
That's mental abuse for him to keep telling her she cheated when he knows he's the one that has cheated. And I feel sorry for Renni, but I'm also looking at Renni like, what else you need, bitch? What else do you need? Because you have the capability of making your money. I want y'all to understand something because I comment that I want to respond to. Somebody said, oh, it's like she cares more about being on a reality show and pushing toxic relationships. We've seen that nigga maybe 1 or 2 times on the show. She is not showing him on the show.
I didn't even know she was with him.
No,
I didn't know she was with him.
Oh, she got pregnant. Did we see him? After that, we have not seen anything of her personal life. So whatever he's talking, storyline, this shit is not even being taped, y'all. All of this stuff that they going through, she not even putting that shit on social media. She would rather, on a show, she would rather argue with the girls about bullshit. So I need for y'all to see, it's really not about a storyline. She in love with a stupid ass nigga who she should have been able to look at and tell wasn't shit because of all of the chains he had on. But she got pregnant by him anyway, and he ain't shit. He been cheating on her and dogging her out, and she been staying quiet about it. And now he wants her to get online and tell everybody she not fucking with Kevin Gates because Kevin Gates wrote a song about her a long time ago and has decided to put it out now. Y'all know I don't like Kevin Gates. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. That nigga is a cult leader. His beard looks weird. Any nigga
cult leader? Why you say that?
Oh, girl. Oh my God. First of all, him talking about he can start car batteries with his hands. That's one thing.
I'm a scream.
Also talking about what he can do sexually, like talking about how he'll do a woman. Yeah, I do this, I do that. All of that is to get people all, oh, I can't wait to see what he gonna do. And another thing, toxic bitches, like, from my experience with the studs and all of that, they look up to that toxic ass nigga because he performs a certain level of femininity with his toxic masculinity that makes them feel seen. So I've really been able to look at what he does, and he plays mind games. He may not ever be physically abusive, but he's going to talk to you crazy. He is going to manipulate you emotionally and mentally. He is like a cult leader. Like, it's definitely giving cult leader. All of that, I smack you on your ass, all of that shit, yeah. And then I can start a car battery with my hand. Like, he literally was telling people he could start a car battery with his hands, y'all. The nigga's crazy. That's all.
Renni, I just need you to understand this man is a very insecure man. I mean, in all honesty, without the flashy jewelry, looking at him, he typically won't pull a chick like you. Now he got a chick like you. He want to make sure you don't go nowhere. So he finna beat it down in your head mentally. And I really hope you get your tribe that lets you know I'm your girl. You my girl. We all girls. Don't you know that we love you? Okay. Because we could tell that you're tired. You've been crying and you need somebody to talk to. Girl.
Listen, don't be Beyonce screaming my business in the restaurant.
You did okay.
You've been lying to yourself.
Okay. But yeah, that's sad, man. I really hate that for Renni so much. And then when they get online and they justify and make excuses for these pussies, man, like it's like he gotta go.
I really want y'all to know that
them be the type of men your kid grow up and your son been
Oh yeah.
And then now he got a case because he had to take one out. No, ma'am.
I want y'all to pay attention to the small things because I feel like a lot of the girls that I grew up around, like even and when I
Audio. Last thing we heard was when you said when the girls you grew up around.
Yes, when you grow up around a certain type of people, I feel like you get used to people talking to you crazy. You think it's normal, and call you a stupid bitch or a hoe, and it's not. Any man that you are laying down with should never, ever, ever talk to you like that. I'm talking slow. Specifically, if it's glitching, then y'all will still hear what I'm saying.
Okay. We got you.
But I really want y'all to know that when men call you a stupid ass bitch, you a dumb asshole, that type of shit is abusive. Leave him, girl. He do not care about you. And even if you feel like he really loves you, leave him anyway and make him prove it to you. I'm just saying.
Abusive. He dangerous as fuck.
Dangerous. Very much so on all fronts. Okay. And as we're speaking on Love and Hip Hop and we are speaking on cheating, I wanted to bring 2 of these videos back. So let me get 2 of these videos out and then we can discuss since we're still on topic here. And let's see, I think I will share this one first. And we'll get into this.
You know what I mean? Like you're trying to please too many people. You're trying to look perfect in front of too many people. That's why I will say this, and I don't care who get mad at me. I love Kirk and Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay.
That is a perfect example of a marriage going through everything and a marriage standing every test and fighting through it and actually getting through it. And that's partnership right there. That's work. How on. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to please too many people. You're trying to look perfect in front of too many people. That's why I will say this, and I don't care who get me.
All right. So let's get into the next one real quick.
Wait. I'm mad. I tried to comment. I want to punch her in the face for that, but it won't let me.
You know,
I really.
I'm gonna let you play the next one before I say what I was gonna say.
Okay.
In the interview, I said I get like my nigga got like 4 times to cheat on me before I leave, and the internet love to be, oh my god, she's so motherfucking dumb. In reality, we all done got cheated on the stage. If you really in love with you locked in, y'all been together, it's not easy to walk away. You got some women that's going to get the fuck on. Yeah. Some women that's going to. The first time they man cheat, they're out. It's easy to walk away. Like after you done built something with somebody, y'all done been together for so long, it hurts. Of course you want to leave, but you're not just going to leave. Like y'all love to get on the internet. Oh, bitch, you so motherfucking dumb. You said 4 times. Yes, bitch. I know plenty of bitches in a relationship they getting cheated on right now or been cheating on, and they know they nigga cheating. Some women just not leaving their man. My first time is like, you hurting me. I can't believe you would do this to me. Okay, cool. We probably gonna get back together, but our relationship will never be the same. Right. It's never gonna be the same. Second time is like, oh, okay, so you a cheater. Third time, I'm already cheating back. Fourth time, after though, you got to go, bitch. In the interview, I said I get like my nigga got like 4 times to cheat on me before I.
4th time out the door, you gotta go, bitch.
4th time, what is we leaving for? I'm gonna say this because this is what I said last week. Last week, I stand on this. I said everybody can't have standards. I feel so strongly about that, and it's not a bad thing. Everybody has a different set of standards, and for them people with lower standards, there's lower level men for you to be with. So, what Jess Hilarious said about Kirk and Rashida, unpopular opinion, I think she's right. I think that they are a great example of partnership. Do I think that Rashida is stupid as fuck? Yeah, I do. And do I think that they come to us trying to put on the front? Yeah, I do. But literally, they're the example of your grandma and granddaddy has been together for 40 years and a bunch of bullshit has gone down. Everybody has a different goal as far as what they want their life to be. If you prioritize just having a man over sometimes your peace and sanity, then sure, that's a great example of partnership. Everybody can't have standards. So it's just like you decide what you want to do. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. And I low key, I don't want to jump ahead, but this connects me to, and I'm gonna talk about it later on, not now, but this is how I feel about the reunion with Married to Medicine going on with Heavenly and Contessa. I'm gonna talk about it later.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to what Young Miami said, again, everybody can't have standards. For one, if you gonna be with a man that's a cheater, some women, you may prioritize being taken care of. If your man pay all the bills, but he can't keep his dick in his pants, but you don't want to work, let the man be in the streets. Everybody can't have standards. But to your point, Young Miami, if there's a fourth time that he cheats, what the fuck is you out the door for? If there's a third time that he cheats, why is you just now cheating back? If you know that you're okay with being with a man that's a cheater, you need to be cheating back after the first time, bitch.
Very true. Very, very true. I'm glad you mentioned when you talked about partnership, you said something about, I can't remember what it was, but I definitely was thinking define partnership. And you pretty much explained it like it's to each their own. To each, whatever you think partnership is for you, do that, be that. But I feel like after being on a television show for so long and somebody, you know, embarrassing you like that, I think it's safe and okay for you to get out of that situation. And I think the problem is partnership is the reason they stay together, because they in business. They got too much business intertwined with each other primarily. But I'm like, I mean, they've been together longer than Kandi and Todd, but Kandi and Todd seem to be doing fine. You know,
if you elevate your standards, you can find somebody who ain't gonna treat you like shit. But like I said, everybody can't have standards.
Right. Partnership may look like, what's that guy that plays on is the show Paradise on Hulu?
Yeah,
Him and his wife.
Yeah, I love
that
him.
may be an example for like his dynamic with his wife. Yeah.
Yes, his wife Ryan. I love them, and I love how they have a podcast. They're, first of all, I love them like just because I love Sterling K. Brown, and I've also loved her before I even knew that they were married. But yeah, I feel like it is possible to find equal a man that will treat you right. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's possible because
your audio.
You say you feel like it's possible.
I feel like it's possible, but I feel like it takes work. It takes work. And the reason why I say that is because at the beginning, this nigga might have had some negative attributes, and so did I. Like, I was gonna call you a bitch at the beginning of this relationship, and he was going to think less of me, not say anything at the beginning of this relationship. Where we are now at almost years old, both of us, is that we respect each other and we love each other and we deal with each other based on our history of respecting each other. I think I have a good example of working with a partner without them disrespecting you, because to be clear, if Kirk would be honest about what he needs and what he wants and Rashida still decided to stay, that would be great. But to me, Kirk is acting like he don't fuck Jasmine and he wants to fuck Jasmine. Kirk is acting like he wants to be monogamous and he does not want to be monogamous. And Rashida is acting like she's straight and Rashida is gay. So I'ma just say it's a lot going on there. I'm sorry. Okay. It's a lot going on there. Just Hilarious is another one that I feel like you want to be with men, but you give gay. No. I'm sorry. Yes, Just Hilarious.
You mean be with women?
Yes, I think Just Hilarious gives I would eat coochie. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention.
Really?
Yes. I don't know when it became so straight, but there was a point in time when Just Hilarious was absolutely honest about also being into women before she actually blew up. And I was paying attention to her, because of that. Like, let's be real. I feel like you another one that you're male centered and male identified, but you're also DL. Like you with a woman, okay? And I'm just being good. She remind me of
She reminds you of who?
Breezy from I don't know if y'all know who Breezy is.
Oh yeah, from Chicago, The Chi.
Yes, from The Chi.
Oh, her. All American?
All American, yeah.
All American, thank you. Absolutely. She just recently did the Lisa story, the Tony character.
Oh, damn, I could see it too. That could play sisters in the movie for sure.
Yes. They fucking can't. And y'all know how I like me a bitch with a bell pepper nose. Okay. So y'all know this. Okay. Because old girl had a similar face. All right, bitch. Anyway. So yeah, I just kind of feel like some of these hoes are gay. That's for one. And I feel like it is possible to find a man, but you also have to have high standards and not be afraid of him leaving you. You have to be not afraid of him leaving you. I think a lot of these women are codependent, so they're scared that their boundaries will push a man away. And I used to think the same way, but what you have to learn is, yes, you can care about them, you can make them feel good about who they are, but you cannot censor them, and they have to know that if you don't like it, if I don't like it, this can be over.
Yep.
You cannot be with a man and he thinks ain't nobody going nowhere. That's not a good way to be.
I agree. I don't think nobody should think that.
It should be conditional.
I don't think your identity should be wrapped up into that person.
Hold up. Somebody said Jess she'll let the lesbian eat the pussy, but not gay. I'm telling you right now, Jess will eat the pussy and the ass. I'm letting you know right now.
Really?
If I listen, I'm telling you right now, look at this lady. Really pay attention to this lady. This lady is not feminine. This lady is masculine as fuck.
It just surprises me because she was with that man when he was married, wasn't she? It was something trifling going on when she was with
Yeah.
Country Wayne.
The first guy. Oh, I thought it was the
Country
first.
Wayne.
Oh, Country Wayne. I remember that now.
I need
And the reason why I'm saying that that's weird is because I feel like a woman who likes women would not be with an ain't shit nigga like that. Like you took a piece of a man.
Oh no,
really?
He made her laugh. He made her laugh, and ain't nothing that's gonna get a bit
the draws off.
I'm telling y'all right, it's true. This is how Lyric got me. I'm trying to be real with y'all. No, Lyric is also very beautiful though in person. But Lyric, the day I really was like, oh no, I'm about to fuck him. He made me laugh a little bit too hard. That nigga put his arm around me and made me laugh a little bit too hard. And after that, we were dating. So yes, a nigga that can make you laugh will find his way to your coochie, because laughing is a lightener. Like it helps. Like it helps somebody can make you laugh. You could go around and be around. Then you will absolutely, especially if you are really bisexual, meaning that yes, I am attracted to women, but men can pull me. If you got the right amount of charisma, you can pull a bitch. You know what I mean? So I'm telling y'all right now, when he made her laugh, he had nice teeth and good skin. And he was short, but he gave short with a kickstand. So you give me short kickstand, nice teeth, and enough of a personality to make me laugh. Oh yeah, nigga, you could get it.
I thought she would have started laughing when she found out he had all them damn kids.
Don't matter.
But he did say he put them all in houses, right? I think he said he take care of all of them.
Somebody said, no, Bondy, Jess is very Baltimore. I need for y'all to understand where you're from does not matter. It doesn't matter, bitch. I need you to understand there are gay hoes in New York, in the North region. They're called AGs, aka aggressives. I've dated those hoes too. I'm telling you. Don't believe me if you do, but my gaydar does not fail.
It's giving what Trinidad. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Anything else on Just Hilarious? The cheating, Renni Rucci, getting embarrassed down there and stuff.
You know what? Just do you, Jess. Because honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like when people act like Jess is not funny. I have always enjoyed Jess with the mess. I've enjoyed the facial expressions, the sarcasm. I think she's funny. She's problematic as fuck, male-centered as fuck, but she's still fucking funny. So there are moments when I'm like, just shut the fuck up. But then there are other moments when I'm like, I still want you to win, bitch. So yeah, that's what I gotta say.
I think she's about to enter this Kevin Hart space, in my opinion, where people really liked you, and then the more you get on and stuff, it's like you ain't funny no more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I can see that's what I was seeing when I was watching her, some clips of her on the show. I actually like what she talked about when she was talking about money and how when it comes to Breakfast Club, she put all that money to I'm like, girl, on point. Put all that money up. I don't even touch it. I liked how she talked about that. I loved how she talked about negotiating and getting what it is that you're worth. Don't just go for what people give you, because you don't know what you like. Press their buttons. You don't know what they're gonna give you. Ask for the most. So if you don't get the most, then you gonna meet somewhere in that number. And I loved how she talked about that. So I'm definitely gonna go and watch her full interview to see what she's talking about.
And I like how she stood up for herself, because y'all devalue people that are in the social media space as if they don't have any value. And
Very true.
That, because at the end of the day, what are you doing every day, all day? What if you become addicted to? What is everybody addicted to if they don't smoke, if they don't drink? A lot of time on these motherfucking phones. So stop acting like the people who have garnered millions of followers are not talented just because they made you feel a way at some point. I don't really like that. And to me, I can always find funny in jest, which is why it's like, yeah, I don't agree with you all the time, but I'm never going to downplay your talent.
Yeah, I have to agree. When you say downplay, I feel like they do that to YouTubers a lot. You know, and it's crazy because YouTube was here before the Instagram, but it seems like people get further opportunities when they come from Instagram. Like, just look at some of the people that came from there, like a B Simone, even light skinned Keisha. You have Jess Hilarious herself, King Botch. Like, a lot of these people really, I mean, shit, Issa Rae is to me like that BITCH when it came to YouTube, because she put her content here. And then now look at how she evolved and elevated. They found, you know, some type of value. Oh, while we talking about it, actually, this wasn't on the agenda, but we could talk about it now. Pop the Balloon finna go over to Netflix.
I saw that.
I had a little spiel about that because when I first saw it, it's supposed to be hosted by Yvonne Orji, and I kind of felt the way. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing? Like, Arlette Muley, she been doing her thing. Like, why y'all not letting her host? Because for me, I just feel like when y'all have the opportunity to give us fresh faces and give us new talent, get that to us. You gonna even get them cheaper than what you gonna get some of these people, because y'all be thinking some of these celebrities gonna bring in the views, and they not. This woman has got, her and her husband have gotten the audience from YouTube. You're gonna be taking some of that viewership over to Netflix. So then I had to read the article, and I learned that they actually were a part of the deal. So they are going to be executive producers on the show, and maybe Arlette didn't want to do it live, right? Because that's a whole different ball game where you could chop stuff up and edit it. She probably didn't want to do it live and said, it's cool, I'll pass it off to her, like, do your thing. Long as we profiting from it, we're gonna continue to eat. So I understood it from that standpoint, but I mean,
even though I hate how toxic that show is, I love that was something that made some Black people win, because I feel like in this system, you gotta learn how to game the system. Why I'm never mad at content creators like Jess, or like even if I hate to say it, fucking Drewski. Like, if you can game this system to getting where you need to get, I'm never hating on it, because at the end of the day, this system is meant to fuck over us. So if you game it, more power to you.
Yeah.
But don't be assaulting no bitches, because then I'm gonna have a problem with you, just to be clear.
And don't be coming down to the internet trying to drag your baby mama because you didn't see your baby because they sick or whatever the case is. And then you got a baby on the line the very next. Now, but do what you got to do for your audience.
Basically, DDG, and we don't care what y'all say. DVD, Master P, all these angels, that nigga ain't shit, and you can tell your mama I said it.
Master P, like, now what I done did? I'm hollering. Okay. All right. Anything else on that? All right, great. We're ready to get to what the people want to talk about, and that is Real Housewives of Atlanta. There were a few things that happened on this episode. One of those things being Angela and Shamia kind of having that whole back and forth, and Angela talking about that lady knows. You had Portia and her mama. Y'all. What did y'all think about that scene?
Oh,
I didn't like that scene.
I didn't either, but I'm gonna tell you what it showcases. It shows to us the women who are really whores and how they instill that in their daughters. And when I say whores, I'm not talking about women that fuck who they want to fuck or wear what they want to wear. I'm talking about women that make it their life's mission to find some man to profit off of, because they don't want to do the work themselves, to the point that they instill their daughter well, that it doesn't matter how much work you do, you still need the stupid ass nigga to pay for shit. Because let's be clear, Portia dropped jobs to go and be with a nigga that was scamming. You quit actual money to go be with somebody that was lying to you about how much money they had. I need y'all to understand that's a byproduct of whatever the fuck Diane was doing in her younger years. Portia was made to feel as a child like she wasn't enough because she was outside of her daddy's family because of her mama's decisions. And it's not like I judge women for being whores because these niggas ain't shit. Please be clear. But when you are an adult woman, your hair has grayed and you have gained no wisdom and you are still pushing your daughter to go and get a bag so that you can be lazy. Yeah, I got you with that. Blanche.
Yeah, that was messed up. I took it as
you muted, Necey.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Necey.
I was double muted. I ain't even peep it. I said, was Portia mama the side chick?
It seemed that way based on the book. Maybe because I feel like Portia's perception of her mom and dad's relationship wasn't correct, but it seemed like they were together at first, and then he went and got with Lauren's mom, and he was actually married to Lauren's mom and with her for real. And Portia was made to feel like she was on the outside looking in of his home and his family life, and he would bring Portia and had Portia while he was going cheat on somebody. Was Lauren's mom or her mom? She was in a car while her daddy was cheating and made to feel like she did about it.
Go ahead, Necey.
All I was gonna say was, we knew shit was down bad. You said Portia was turning down jobs. Y'all remember when she went on that damn spaceship show on NBC?
Yeah.
Shit didn't add up.
So awkward.
You didn't want to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you go do some rinky-dink celebrity reality TV show.
Because she didn't want to talk about the real issue, which is why I feel like she deflected and using Drew as a storyline because she don't really want to talk about her shit unless she can control the environment, which is why she filming with her mama. But
you're right.
It was something else. Oh, what I took from that scene, I just felt like the reason her mama supported Portia so much in that relationship with Simon was because it's been the way she talked about Shamia saying be mindful of the dog that carried the bone. That means you've been having these conversations. Then you tell us, I know you don't want to hear it. You've been having these conversations talking about that girl. You've been putting Portia in a position where she has to compete with her friends, and that whole hyping her up to meet a man and marry a man that she does not fucking know to be around your grandchild was also that she can be aligned and in direct competition with Shamia, and it's very disappointing. It's
to be around your grandchild. Say that again. The way that Portia introduced this man into her life and immediately was like, this is PJ's stepdaddy. Shit was weird. When y'all had the Father's Day or Mother's Day photos and y'all came to us with that, shit was weird. The pictures of him and her, like that was her actual daddy. Shit was weird how far y'all was trying to make something stick. But I really have not thought about Miss Diane. And now that y'all say it, it's common damn sense. This is exactly where she's getting it from. And this is behavior that is, being pushed. Because when I think back to Simon on Portia's Family Mess, he kept telling them he did 2,000 hours of therapy. And I'm like, why is nobody clocking this man? Nobody. Nobody. Lauren seemed like she got a little bit more sense, but she kind of let Portia do her own thing. And I think that that's the differences in the mothers.
Yeah. Real quick, thank you for the super chat, Brandon, just showing up for y'all, and thanking my cousin Jamie for her great and helpful advice. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hate this for her. She's from my hometown. I've met her several times, and she's super sweet and down to earth. Thank you, Kevin, for the super chat. I think he's talking about Renni. And Keisha, thank you for the super chat. Why do women like this weird man? I don't get it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think she was talking about Renni's man as well. I'm not sure. But what else I wanted to talk about with the situation? I did like the sit down between Kelly and Portia, because what I like is that Kelly doesn't necessarily back down, even though she kind of backed down a little bit in that moment. I didn't like how she made it seem like she says one thing, but she didn't do that. But anywho, but I still like Kelly. I do feel like Britt wants an issue with Kenya because she brings it up yet again at the table, talking about, if she keep it cute, it won't be no issue. And now I don't know for sure just yet if Kenya's justified in what happens, but I can clearly see that Brittany wants an issue with Kenya. out the
I'm like,
gate.
bitch, did you come on the show to plan a wedding and have a baby, or bitch, you came on the show to talk about Kenya? You got your family over at the dinner table and you talking about Kenya.
I'm gonna tell you, something not right about Brit's face. Something not right about Brit's face, and something is not right about Brit's man. I think I clocked him immediately, and I was right. But I'm gonna let it unfold.
I started to think she may have broke her nose, and I said either she may have possibly broke her nose, or either she just had bad contouring in that blue jean outfit because her nose looked kind of twisted a bit, and I'm not sure, but I wonder if anything happened to her nose in the past that may have made her get work done, possibly.
Yeah, like
Brit actually looked the most like herself to me. Looking at the throw, she looks the most like herself. I was gonna say, the scene with Portia and Kelly. You know what I saw? I saw was a conscious decision for Portia to make Drew the outs that season. Portia in any other world would have been Kelly versus Portia.
Yeah.
But in that moment, Portia was like, you know what? I have a bigger bone to pick, and that's Ice and Drew out.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and do the whole, oh my gosh, we have a nice, nasty relationship. Oh my gosh, we're Nene and Candy. Or, oh my gosh, we're Karen and Giselle. We love to hate each other. So let me write it off as that because you knew, and I know you just need proximity to me. So let me be nice to you so that way we can get together and I can do what I need to do, which is Ice Drew out. The shit is so strategic. It's what they say, chess. It's chess.
Yeah. And because I don't want her asking no more questions about this, how I got with this man as well.
Absolutely.
Really trying to ice Drew out.
And Jamie, you were right about how Portia is purposefully not answering not answering texts, not having conversations with Drew because she wants to drag it out. She is.
Because she sit with damn Kelly. Like, how you got time to sit with Kelly, but you ain't got time to sit with Drew?
And why you don't have time to have a conversation in scene? Like, what are you talking about? Everybody has had a conversation. To me, once Shamia and Angela got into it, bitch, Balmain can deal with a little confrontation. Let's talk. So to me, the fact that she was trying to avoid having that conversation with Drew is because you don't want to resolve shit with Drew. But we know that you do because it doesn't make sense for you to make Drew your storyline when it's just about her filming for her music. She was online.
You see her? Yeah, I was gonna ask if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. My baby daddy did a good job, but I ain't fucking with Drew, but I'm fucking with my baby daddy. Girl, if y'all want to continue to dick ride and suck on Portia's clit, that's y'all business, but Portia is bullshit. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, she did get into it. She did hop in the comments, but did y'all also see Ralph too?
What the fuck is Dennis wearing? He looked like Esther Roll in a good fur.
Yeah, he looked like his mama right here.
Yes, somebody's gay auntie in a good coat. You hear me?
That's crazy. Let me see. Here's the other one, Ralph. Man, you know the image up here at the top under cheaters. It do kind of look like Ralph, but at the same time, ain't nobody even say your name. So he's like, yo, you wild for trying to exploit me. Then you cheat on Portia while she was pregnant. Y'all gonna make me turn up in a minute. And Dennis said, invite me on a podcast. I guess we overdue for a convo. Ralph said, done. Let's make it happen soon. Dennis said, let's do it. And yes, I did cheat. At Portia, don't even bring it up no more. What day we doing it?
Oh, y'all niggas just want to make money off the show. Get y'all asses on. I don't want to hear no podcast.
Lame ass.
I don't want to hear about y'all trying to make money off of what these women is doing. This shit. I don't know. This is irked the fuck out of me. Honestly.
Ralph gets on my nerves too.
So it was absolutely bros before hoes type vibe. Like, let's come together and make money off of our shared commiseration of dogging out our women. Thank you so much. Pussy ass. Like, let me tell y'all something. When I tell you I'm so being attractive because that's not really attractive, Ralph is one of them people. Y'all can see that Dennis and his daddy not attractive, but when you come to Ralph, all of us, you can't see that part of his fucking brain is missing from his head. The nigga is slow. The nigga is not right. And y'all talking about,
you know, I honestly think Dennis looked better.
No, for real. His head is shaped better. Absolutely. And he don't squint. He don't squint like a psychopath. Ralph squints like a psychopath, where the eyes squint, but the eyebrows raise. You can't trust nothing they're saying.
Yes.
Ralph said he know people that got bodies. Okay.
Oh, why you brought it up? I hate that nigga.
What? Why he say that?
So the
me see
women
if
are
this the one.
whores, but his friends aren't. And all of this music behind his posts, like nigga, you are not being
Because there's
dramatic.
a
Go ahead.
I think this is
community of people that hate marriage, that want you to be single, and they the ones that up in here talking about, girl, man, yo, come out here, let's turn up. It's hot girl season, and they up in here crying alone in the bed or getting ran through. Man, they got bodies. How do I know? Some of my boys ran through them. Bodies.
I hate this nigga.
I cannot.
I hate
Are we
this
trying to
nigga.
find out about the bodies that you were sexting? According to the attorney, she said that you was over there sexting people. You were over there cheating. You presenting financials. You're cheating the system by giving the wrong financials, primarily Drews. So we just trying to figure out what bodies you got buried because you ain't trying to present it. They gonna mess around and hold you in contempt, Ralph.
Feel how I feel
Hot
about
girl
Jen.
summer, not hot girl season. It's hot girl summer.
Okay.
Ralph.
I feel how I feel about Jen. It's your fault we know this nigga Drew. It's your fault because you're a pick me and you're thirsty for a man that we know this half brain having ass, muscle bound, tight eyes, lying, distorting the truth ass nigga. I really hate this for us because of you. That's how I feel. Honestly, I feel like we're about Kenya too. Like all of y'all that go and make these stupid ass niggas relevant instead of keeping them a secret, you should keep these niggas a secret because as soon as you bring them public, they embarrass you. I don't care if he's your husband, bitch. You know how Cardi B used to be? Oh, if you ain't my husband on my social media, even if he's your husband, he should sparingly be on your social media because he will find a way to embarrass you, marriage license or not. Mark was on the blogs recently for not paying, like being evicted or some shit. So you a pretty broke bitch that's trying to get money out of Kenya. Why is the divorce still not finalized? Like, yeah, stop making these niggas famous. The same thing we say to Reginae and all the young girls, the same thing we're gonna say to you old bitches that didn't grow up with social media. Stop introducing these niggas to your fan base.
Mm-hmm. Putting them on a platform.
Okay.
And making them important. Like nobody cares about you. Like nobody gives a fuck about you, but you're connected to this woman. I don't give a fuck how many muscles Ralph has. And I'm gonna say this, and I hope my boys don't hate me when I say this. The gayness, y'all a toxic ain't shit fine ass man. So I feel like y'all really be putting these niggas on pedestals more than the women sometimes. But we gonna blame the women because bitch, it's your fault for marrying this stupid ass nigga. But
I think they got married in 6 months, I thought.
Yes. It was a short amount of time. And then the way he did the house. Y'all remember when they first came on the show and he didn't tell her he bought the house and all of that shit? Also, when we get into this situation, now you can be like, oh, I can't afford. Nigga, you bought that house without her knowledge.
You right.
Child.
He was always moving like he was preparing for divorce, to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. That's insane. Real quick, thank you, Lakeisha, for the super chat. Just got out of surgical case for tonight. Thank y'all for being my go-to listen on Thursday nights at these people's job. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jamie Carter, this why Portia don't want Dennis filming at all.
Why?
Yeah, why? What was it? And Deshaun, thank you.
Oh,
Ralph Low-Key
it's
he do.
It's the fact that we were saying not to put him on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
She don't want Dennis filming at all because he's on her platform.
Why she's saying it, though? That's not why she's saying it.
It's not why.
It don't mind if she give him some of her clout while he's on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's a problem of him being connected to another woman that makes her look bad. It don't
Not
really.
Basement Ricky Almond Head. I haven't heard that one. Basement Ricky.
When you look at the head, it looked like a piece of his brain is missing. And then he like in the basement talking real heavy. Oh, somebody coming down the stairs? Oh, because the judge said can't nobody come down these stairs, nigga. You're a bum. You're a bum. You've always been a bum, and you're a bum. I think any money that Ralph has been scammed or lied about. You're not fucking smart. You just found a woman that you can use for her resources because she's dumb. Shout out to Drew for being a dumb bitch. And you're not listen, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Drew. Let me be real. You're not really that dumb. You knew how to do your storyline this season. You're not that dumb, but you dumb.
Not at all.
Dumb when it come to men, because your stupid ass was on the internet telling everybody that, oh, you should do whatever your husband wants you to do. If he wants you to have a baby, you should have a baby.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah, I will never forget. Dumbass.
Who she told that to? Asanya.
So
but you know what? That logic also tells me that she didn't ask for the divorce. Ralph did.
Yeah, he beat her to the
because
ground. And she went right
he did
after.
beat her.
But let me tell you how spiteful I think he is. I think she started talking about it. I think she got to the realization that she's okay with it. And he still beat her down there to be petty.
And let's talk about Saya. Let's talk about Saya. Saya not on reality show for us to gauge if she's really happy or not. But Saya is pregnant again. So now you about to be on baby number 3, and you ain't even really want baby number 2. So you're not on a reality show, so we can't gauge what's real or what's not real. But I'ma just say, I feel like Saya is over there doing what that man want her to do. Congratulations.
I think Sonya was just coming to us with the bullshit for a storyline. I think she may have partially felt like he could have done more, but I don't think it was like I wouldn't have another kid with you type of thing. It was just like, I don't know. I just think that it was a bit exaggerated.
I think she didn't want. I thought she didn't want it under the circumstances of them being too busy. But if that
it was that,
in general, she said he didn't do enough with the first baby.
Yeah. I don't think that Sonya wanted to have all of those children because Sonya was more interested in having a family, but also being able to maintain her career. And the more children she has, the more she's responsible for the children and the home life. So at the end of the day, your career take a backseat to his because you're the mother and you're the one that's pregnant. So, you know, I'm happy for her. She looks beautiful. Her husband is beautiful. I hope they're happy. But the way she showed herself to us as somebody that really didn't want kids, but let her nigga kind of coerce her into more children she really wanted to have.
Yeah, I'm glad they're not on the show.
Yeah, because we would have saw it. We would have saw all of the issues.
Thoughts on Shamia, Angela, and I think we talked about Drew and Portia.
Yes.
Avoidance.
Okay. Angela. I need y'all. How long do y'all think it took for Angela to save herself from saying that colorist ass comment to explaining about how Shamia was Flavor Flav and Portia was Chuck D? How long?
I think it took her probably a week.
Yeah. In between the time from her filming the confessional and what she said in person.
So wait,
because
y'all think it was colorist?
Well,
I
at
think
the
that was her
time,
intent.
I don't know, right? I felt like I don't think I felt like it was colorist. I just felt like other people will look at it like it's colorist, right? But as I also start to break it down, I do question the intent. So let me give y'all a few things. One, were you stalking Shamia to even be able to relate the two to say that she was Flavor Flav? Because y'all weren't even filming then. Shamia did this back in 2023. Here we are in the spring, and now you're added to the show. So where did you get Flavor Flav from? At the time, people got to understand the context of the shade being thrown. Shamia talked about her nose. So of course, I'm going to talk about how you look as well. So I'm going to refer to you as Flavor Flav. But somebody else must have came to her and told her like, oh, okay, this how you could play that up. Oh, and she learned that Shamia dressed up as Flavor Flav, so play it up like this. She's going behind. She's going behind Portia, this and that. So now she was able to try to correlate the two to get the people off her ass. That's what I'm thinking. I think in that moment, because a lot of people are like, that's not what it was, Jamie. She said it was Chuck D, this and that. That's what she's saying now. Okay. This happened a year ago. Okay.
That's
In
what
that
she's saying
moment
now.
of going back and forth, you know, she intended, I don't know if she intended to say it like a colorist type thing, but I do feel like she intended to say, BLT, if I look a mess, then you look a mess. You look like Flavor Flav.
Right. But the thing is, okay, somebody in the comments, I had 2 points of view. One person said that it was age appropriate, I guess, like for her to compare them to. There's better dynamic duos, okay, for one. But for two, have you ever seen somebody call a light-skinned girl Flavor Flav? You gonna call this dark-skinned girl an ugly nigga. If people know Flavor Flav is ugly, like we know that. You're calling her an ugly man. That's a step above calling her or saying the word roach to me. So you just had a safe way. I'm not saying I don't like Angela, but I think that's where her mind was, and she backpedaled her way out of it. She did. So it is what it is. And she didn't know that the girl was Flavor Flav in a costume thing until after the fact, and that never even left her mouth. She never said, "Oh, I call her Flavor Flav because bitch, you look just like him when you dressed up as him." She didn't say that. She said, "No, bitch, Flavor Flav."
It would have had confirmed because you wasn't following Shamia. Shamia didn't even know you. She knew you by way of Drew. So if you did know that, it's kind of giving where you stalking. And we know you don't want that title. So something about it wasn't right, people. What were you gonna say, Bondy?
Okay. So now that I've listened to Necey, I didn't catch the colorism thing because I feel like, first of all, it don't even it could have been colorism, but to me, you're not cuter than Shamia. So it doesn't really matter what you're talking about. She's cuter than you. So you know what I'm saying? If you were trying to shade her on skin tone, you fell flat. Your nose is a fucking problem. And you know it. You admitted it. Like, can somebody help me? So yeah, that was one of the reasons why it was like, girl, ain't nobody even really paying attention to that Flavor Flav read. I thought it was because her being I'm bucking. I'm a what do you call him? A hype man. I'm a hype man for Portia. That's what I thought it was really about. I didn't think it was about her color because Shamia is a hype man for Portia. Shamia is the one that is going to buck her friend up no matter what. So I did kind of see it as that. And I hope that it wasn't about color because your nigga is the same color as Shamia. So that don't even make no fucking sense for you to even say shit like that.
I think she was just talking about the attraction.
What?
Like, just like how she liked the attraction level. Yeah, like I think she was just saying she was ugly. I don't know if it was colorism. I think she was just like, you unattractive. But
it was a combination. It was a combination.
Though. Let's be honest.
You're not cuter than her. You're not Angela. Angela, I don't know where you are, ma'am. Listen, I hope you're listening. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you see my fucked up internet right now. You're not more attractive than Shamia.
No.
So it doesn't matter with the skin tone issue, with the nose job. You ain't cuter than her, bitch. So calling her Flavor Flav fell flat. You, however, are absolutely LaToya Jackson. You and Britt. That's why we couldn't tell the difference between you two bitches on the first day because both of y'all nose jobs was excessive.
Yeah.
If
a bitch call me Flavor Flav, I want to fight.
I just want to say that Angela isn't even that quick-witted to come up in that moment to say you're Flavor Flav because she's a hype person for somebody else. Like, to me, I feel like you got to be quick with it when you say that, and nothing about her gives that. So there was definitely, you're talking about my looks, let me talk about yours. I may not be talking about your skin tone, but I'm talking about your looks. And she felt justified because Shamia chose to share a photo of what she dressed like down the line.
Yeah, I agree.
So Angela was on BS, and the people, I guess they don't. I understand if they don't want to hear the colorist talk because I be over it too when it comes to
that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that with this. No.
But it's the truth. You call. I'm not gonna say that she's colorist. Oh my gosh, she's treating her bad because she's dark skinned. But the reason why that is an insult is because Flavor Flav is an ugly, dark-skinned nigga. Like, people know that.
Yeah, no, I
It's
can
like,
absolutely see that.
we not gonna play like people don't just consider Flavor Flav to be ugly and black. Like, that's why she chose Flavor Flav when she said there was intent behind it.
You're right, but it don't hit the same. It does not hit the same because you aren't attractive as Shamia to me. You're less.
No, it don't.
You're less attractive, so you can call her Flavor Flav because she's dark. You want to? She's still cuter than you. To be clear. And to me, honestly, even Portia, I think, has been doing her surgery in a way that makes her look more like Shamia's natural facial features. So let's be very clear. The eyes, the plumping up of the face, all of which was things that were natural to Shamia's original, like Shamia back in the day when she was, younger, when she was just playing sidekick to Portia. To me, Portia has always been fixing her look to look more like Shamia. Shamia naturally looks like that. Shamia's eyes, her face, her lips, all of that is natural to me. Portia had to go get filler to look like that. Because Portia did not look like that originally. And yes, she did it well. She did it excellent. Where she did it, over time. And we didn't notice it at first. But when you go back and look, don't get me wrong, y'all. Portia's a beautiful woman. I'm not going to, disrespect her about that. But when I go look at the things that she's done to her face, it looks like you wanted to look more like Shamia looked naturally. And that's just how I feel based on what I've seen from Shamia back in the day and Portia now versus Portia back in the day. But I didn't
just posted a throwback 2 days ago, and I sent it to y'all. I want y'all to look at her face from 2018.
Who, Portia or Shamia?
Portia. I didn't realize how much she had changed.
Yes.
And, and I was surprised that she even posted this on her own. When I saw the video of her, I was like, who the fuck posted this? She posted it.
Hold up.
Oh, wow.
This was her, huh?
It was, I think this is 2018, the season that Tanya was on.
Okay.
Yeah. Why y'all just liking me so much in the comments, girl? I saw somebody comment and I was just like, oh, girl, not y'all disliking me heavily.
Melee, thank you for the super chat, says they said the real reason why Angela and Charles were separated in 2017 was because Charles allegedly cheated on her, but don't know if it's true. Thank you for the super chat.
Probably true.
I've been kind of hearing that. I wasn't sure of what was going on because she explained the situation of when he got kicked out of the a basketball game, but how she said it, she kind of talked about it like everybody was aware of it. And I didn't know anything about it, so I had to pull it up today. And I understand him being hurt, but I was a little confused as to how is he so hurt that y'all had to go live in 2 different homes because you couldn't heal him. It do feel like you might be playing in the people's face just a little bit because I was trying to understand the dynamic of his daughter and your daughter. I'm sorry, his son and your daughter with the age thing. I was a little confused, so I don't know what's true. But if you gotta keep checking up with concierge to see what your man doing, then I don't know.
Problem. Why are you
like how old is Angela?
Why are you even that insecure at this big age? If I'm meeting a man while he's already grown as fucking got gray hair, I'm not checking no fucking concierge or what he got going on. Because normally, let's be real, when people have been married and they in their late 50s and 60s, then people be doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and everybody is aware, and don't nobody want you bringing no mess to them. So when I see 2 people get together later on in life and y'all still playing these little young ass games, that shit looks stupid to me.
The reason.
Thank you for the super chat. Shamia isn't ugly, but that Flavor Flav comment had me rolling.
I guess.
No, I mean, I wasn't trying to come for Flavor Flav. I'm just saying, y'all know.
It funny to me. It just wasn't. It did to me. I was just like,
what Necey said.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm looking at Portia, and I mean, I looked at. Remember that By Ashy clip? By Ashy clip is so perfect to display what Portia actually like versus what
she used to look more like Lauren.
Yes. So I don't know what folks in the comments are replying to. I just want y'all to know I don't care what y'all say. That bitch look crazy, and she wanted to look like Shamia. She wanted to be like
Shamina. Shamina. Man, they had me. Now that had me tickled.
Because she can sing. Why the fuck Shamia bringing her to sing the national anthem? You know your friend can't sing, Shamia. Stop playing with us.
I do feel like, y'all, when Portia don't got makeup on, I do feel like her face kind of looks like her normal face, like when she was younger.
Okay, let's go to her.
Okay.
Let's look at her Instagram.
Okay, I'm about to share one with y'all now.
Don't get me wrong. Like, for instance, Portia hasn't gotten a nose job. Portia doesn't get a lot of lip filler the way the other girls do. But she's gotten the filler in her cheeks and around her face, fill it out, because I think she has somewhat of a bony face. And if y'all recall the way Vivica Fox looked, Jada Pinkett looked back in the day, they did not have really high, thick cheekbones. But as they got older, they went and put filler in their face because those are the areas that gave them bags. Rashida, if you will.
Like right here.
Yes.
She looks
she looks really good.
Yes. And she looks like younger Portia. Like the Portia that we would expect her to have aged into from when we saw her when she first was on the show.
But let's go find an older video of her, and you'll see that no, she wouldn't really look like that had she aged normally.
Oh, she look like Lauren.
Yikes. Not yikes. She looks beautiful. But y'all, it don't look the same.
Just like her. And she is giving baby PJ.
I was thinking that she does.
I remember I saying that, and people's like, "No, she don't. She look like Dennis with a boat." I'm like, "Child, this girl look just like her mom."
Why was y'all trying to play the baby?
This middle picture. Look at this middle picture of her with the pink dress and all the makeup.
So pretty.
That's where. This is where I'm seeing all the filler. It's too much filler in the chin. And I think it's something about a combination of when you get veneers and lip filler that everything at the bottom just looks really full.
You're right. You are so right. Because look at this picture of her with the sheet,
baby.
The one with the she looked more like Lauren.
Beautiful. Which one?
One with the sheet.
Here?
She's holding. Yeah. Look at her face.
Look at the face tune on it.
It looks less full though than what we see on Real Housewives. And on Real Housewives, she's looking really full in the face. And I think the last episode, you could tell. But at the end of the day, Portia is still a beautiful woman. Like, so please don't get us like misunderstood. She's a beautiful woman.
Right.
But at the same time, she's done things that have changed her look. That she can look more reality TV refined. And she's done it in a great way. I think she's done it better than a lot of women do it. But
I think she got the best work.
Yes. But as you get older, it becomes more obvious.
This is she at the brink of where don't get nothing else done.
Yes.
She looks really good, but I'm telling you, if she do, people don't realize that these little tweaks be making shit look odd. Like even in this scene where she was just talking, the veneers, if they look too big for your mouth and then you go fill your lips up, that also makes it look big. Your whole mouth takes up way too much real estate on the bottom half of your face. It's weird.
Yes.
So it's almost like, don't do nothing. Don't do nothing else. I actually seen a video of Meg Thee Stallion the other day, and she had gotten filler done. And Meg Thee Stallion is beautiful, but she was starting to morph into that. Oh, it was because she got veneers and filler. She got veneers and filler on her top lip. Yeah.
Let me try to find it. Not being for real.
No, I'm dead serious. And I had went through, because me and my best friend was exchanging messages back and forth trying to figure out what it was. And I had went through Meg's pictures and I was like, oh, this is what it is. Something about this looks off. And the reason why I looked off was because she has veneers and filler. And people don't realize that those small changes are really obvious.
Yeah.
They make a big difference. So I just sent y'all the video here. And you could tell she got veneers because you could tell she got veneers and also filler because her top lip used to not be that big. But the veneers make it just looks a little different.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Okay.
My hope and prayer is that y'all just let me be an old bitch in peace. Like I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. because I went to my dermatologist. I was like, you know, white bitch, do you really think I should get something boop boop in my little, like my laugh lines around my nose, right? I was like, bitch, you know, white bitch, should I get a boop boop? And she was like, you do not need that. And I'm like, are you telling me this because I'm a black lady and not a white lady? But then also, I'm like, if I'm being fucking for real, I really don't need it. And I'm comparing myself to what I see online. Because when I look at myself in real life, I look younger than most of the hoes my age. So it's here in New Orleans where life is hard and, you know, hoes are hard on life. So, like, I was like, nah, I feel like I still give young. So I don't think I'm gonna fuck with my shit. I think I'm gonna let my shit age gracefully like my mama did.
Don't get me wrong. I'm here for a little boop boop.
Yeah,
I'm here for a little boop boop. But
that's why I'm considering it. Because I'm not
a lot,
it, especially filler, because it wears off.
Right. But Meg looks. Meg, I sent it in a chat, but
oh yeah, I was okay.
Yeah, she looked good. It's just you can tell. So
yeah, show us. Tell us what you.
Can you zoom in
on this video?
Not really.
I think I could zoom. I think I could zoom if I pull it up. But oh yeah, you can't see because of the video. But anyway, her top lip is equal in size to her bottom lip. That wasn't there before. And then you can also see her teeth up top are now veneers. And if you look at this,
I can see the way her lips get a little funny.
Yeah, right. Do you see how full her lips are when she's kissing like that?
Yeah.
And it's not even about the weight loss. It's not even about the weight loss. So I sent you another one, and in the other one, you can see from 20 weeks ago when she didn't have as much filler in her top lip, and you also don't notice the veneers as much.
Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute, Botox in your heels. Wait. I'm sorry. I'm reading this lady comment. She said it's a procedure you could get where you get Botox in your feet so your heels won't hurt. Oh, really?
I've heard. I heard how you can get Botox in your armpits so you don't sweat.
I heard that.
I heard that too.
I have something supposed to stop my forehead because y'all know it's hot in New Orleans and we sweat a lot and people make you feel weird because your body is sweating. But the shit that you put on your forehead makes your forehead tingle and feel tight. And I don't like how that feels. So I was just like, yeah, no, y'all gonna have to deal with me sweating and y'all can suck my dick because the humidity is 70% and higher. I'm okay. Because like the fuck. Oh, and the pills that you can get on that helps you not sweat across your whole body. My dermatologist was like, yeah, but it can overheat your body and you could pass out. That's a side effect of taking a pill that makes you not sweat as much. And I'm like, pass out, sweat as much. Pass out, sweat as much. I'm a sweat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, a little boop boop here and there.
But I agree. There ain't nothing wrong with a little boo boo. So that's why I'm like looking into it as I get older. Like, because my sister gets it. My sister gets Botox and she looks amazing. My sister is like 9 years older than me, but we look the same age at this point.
Yeah, I think a boop boop is fine. I think it's just about doing it at the right time. I think some of the younger folks do it just too soon.
Young. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, for sure. Too soon. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and switch gears. Married to Medicine. Y'all make sure that y'all are liking up this video first. All right, y'all. So let us go ahead and get into Married to Medicine. Whew. Child. I'm glad we getting to the end of Married to Medicine. It has been a mess. Phaedra did not show up, but they did start the conversation off with Phaedra feeling as though whatever her plan was with old boy backfired in her face. You had T trying her best to hold her own against Quad and Toya, but the reads were not necessarily landing. Simone is on a day of accountability, but it does not apply to her. Okay. It will apply to y'all, but it ain't got shit to do with me. And Heavenly was just trying to find a piece of a way to let herself in. Like it was weird the way Heavenly was sitting over there ad-libbing. I'm like, girl, shut up. Okay, why are you trying to act a piece of demure now when you don't be any other time? Be loud, speak up. Contessa still standing 10 toes behind what she heard in the streets. She says, don't be mad at me, be mad at the streets. Simone confirms what she heard. Toya confirms what she heard. Jackie shut the hell up because you know what Simone heard, Jackie heard. And Quad, I haven't heard anything about Dr. Damon. I don't know anything. What are you talking about? So
Jamie, that impersonation.
very interesting. It was very interesting. What did y'all make of the reunion?
It was very entertaining, but okay. So I know it was Simone. You kneeling down of a Letitia. Letitia, you need to learn how to pick your battles. You don't need to argue every point. Toya and Letitia. Latoya made it obvious I'm not fucking with her now. But also Toya, I believe Letitia, you in Heavenly were trying to get her to go after Quad. And when that did not work out, now y'all have flip sides like the pancake bitches that y'all are. Let me see. What else?
I love how Quad clocked that too.
She did.
I hear you. I'm listening to you.
And when she told you to put me out of your bachelorette party, you obliged. I'm like,
you did.
That was her way of letting you know, Toya, you can say what the hell you want to say, but bitch, I've clocked you, but I'm talking here.
Yes.
But I got you. I was like,
whatever the reason that Simone is jealous or mad at Quad is the same reason that Toya is mad at Quad. Like that's how I feel, and I will not back down from that because I know people like to think that Toya is not like envious of Quad, and I strongly disagree. Also, I feel like I need for people to start clocking Jackie. Because Jackie, why the fuck are you apologizing if you're really not sorry? I get that Quad is exhausting and has like an energy that makes you feel like you need to keep apologizing, but that's when you detach. I said what I said. I apologize. I mean it. You can talk as long as you need to, but I'm not going to continue to keep saying I apologize when I do if I don't need to keep saying it. Sometimes people are expressing their pain to you so you can be clear, not so that you can continue to say I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Just so that they can get it all out. And I feel like when Dr. Jackie said, oh, I did apologize at first, but then I was going to have to apologize. And so that makes me feel like the apology was not genuine and you were doing it to placate Quad so that y'all can continue to use her as a storyline. So fuck you. And I don't know why Quad was using you for her IVF when there are other people in Atlanta that do IVF. Like I would not have fuck with Simone or Jackie ever again as it concerns to my coochie because they don't have good bedside manner.
Right. And while she played you out on stage in the same breath.
I think Dr. Jackie gave her a more demure version of Quad. I apologize. Done with it. I think that's what she did, but also I don't think that Jackie is sorry for anything the same way Simone ain't. And for them to sit on that stage, in my personal, and try and play it up like everything was on Simone when everybody contributed to that is crazy. And what's crazier for me is the fact that Heavenly said that Phaedra was the one that sat down in the group and concocted everything. But then now y'all saying it's Dr. Simone. I need you guys to get your lives in order. It's not adding up. It's very weird. Everybody played a role. Period. Now, if you don't feel like you owe her an apology, I could care less. I'd rather you be honest. Like Simone, it's like, I'm not apologetic for that. I'm not. And I'm not even going to play with you and make you think that I am. What I am sorry for is the stuff that I said last year at the reunion. So, I mean, at least stand in it if that's how you're going to move. But it was an interesting reunion. Very interesting. I do personally feel like T clocked Quad just a little piece when she said, when Quad said you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, and then T said you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Greg because he is the medicine.
I ain't feel no type of way about that.
She didn't lie.
It's the truth, but you know how they said to T, you sound like a child when you talk. her reads was giving childish, like they couldn't land. You could tell she wasn't confident when she was saying what she had to say. It wasn't it for her. But I was gonna say this earlier, when we talked about partnership. You can tell, this is the thing I think is so fucking funny. Heavenly was almost mad her damn self that Contessa had exposed stuff about her husband on the show. It was weird to me. It felt like the anger had moved away from, yeah, I said what I said on my YouTube channel, to you a dumb bitch, you didn't protect your husband, and now I'm gonna make you suffer for not protecting your husband. So in my mind, I immediately was like, if you feel this strongly about Contessa that you want to make her suffer for not protecting her husband, and you gonna be the one to make her suffer, what are you holding for your husband? And in the same episode, they end up talking about what they heard about Damon. It was funny as fuck, because now I have to believe that at least some of it is true. Why else are you going so hard, Heavenly? It's just odd, because it was all up until this point where I was like, yeah, Contessa, you came with this. I'm annoyed. Like, yeah, Contessa, you get on my nerves. But even though Contessa came to us with it, Heavenly is like rejoicing over bringing it up in her face all the time. Let them move on.
I need to see more of Heavenly's reaction. I feel like they kind of cut it off when she was like, oh my God. Because I'm like, this can't be all heavy. Because when it comes to Dr. Damon, Heavenly be having a lot to say. Because y'all can't put that on Daddy like that. So I'm like, this can't be all of her reaction to what everybody else is saying. So, I mean, I don't know. But if they saying they heard some, then I believe that they heard something. I don't know if he actually did something, but I definitely believe that I believe them when they say they heard it.
I believe it too. I believe that there's something, that they heard something. It doesn't mean it's true. But I will say this. Your husband is a Q and you are insecure. And anytime a woman shows your husband type of attention, you act as if you have to hurry up and run to make sure that they don't offer pussy to your husband. And to me, as a woman, maybe I have not been married as long as you are, but if you feel secure, you don't feel the need to do shit like that. To me, Heavenly has shown herself as feeling like she's not secure, because you question, even back in the day when Carrie was Lady Damon and you got all upset as if a white woman had a chance with your husband, it didn't make you feel like you must have felt like there was a possible chance that your husband will fuck a white woman, which is why, Contessa's biracial children, because y'all know what I think. I think that Damon is the type to fuck the white or Latina nurse at the hospital. Like, that's what I think. Yeah, it may not be because, he's not happy with you, but because he's at the hospital with a certain woman all the time. Also, I feel like Dr. Heavenly plays down her dominance in order to make Dr. Damon happy, a dominant figure. So I feel like when she does all of this daddy, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're doing it to placate his emotions because you are a strong woman and y'all's dynamic. But here's the thing that makes me question anything Dr. Heavenly tells me about her and Damon. It's the thing that makes me question it. And Dr. Heavenly can be mad at me all you want to because they fuck with you. But at the end of the day, for Damon's bottom row of teeth look like that after damn near 30 years of marriage, he does not trust you with his teeth, and you don't fuck enough to tell him to come to your chair. Something is amiss.
He don't want to change his teeth.
They're fighting for dominance gums. He should want to change them.
Yeah, that's a nasty read though. To sit up there and try and post some coloring on Contessa's teeth, and when it probably came from something she ate, and to try to drag her about that because she was trying to hold you accountable for the shit that you did online. It wasn't so much as the situation of, you said what you said on TV. You already said it. That's not really the issue that Contessa had. It's the fact that you talking about her, you supposed to be her friend, but you're talking about her like it's on some gossip type shit, and you won't want that done to you. But then when she tried to hold you accountable for some stuff, you decide to go on social media and do this. The way social media spun the block on Dr. Damon is crazy when they showed that bottom row. Child.
Crazy.
You've been a little quiet ever since, Heavily. I'm not gonna hold you, honey. You've been a little quiet since they done did that. Another thing I want to highlight is I definitely agree when Toya did. I don't know if it was Toya or somebody saying that T was talking like a child. She sounded like a child. She did. She sounded like a person that doesn't fully have confidence within the group. And she's fighting to show that she got her own back when don't nobody else really got it. And it just came off not so great. But what I will say is I do have an issue with this. Although she may talk like a child, you just get on my nerves. Because it ain't no different than the same shit y'all did to Quad. When Quad first came on the show, y'all try to act like, oh, she young, she don't know this. Let me show you how you need to show up when you're a doctor's wife and all of that shit. Like, y'all get on my nerves. And then Quad, you slick doing the same shit to her that was done to you. And then when the girl started talking about the press tour, I'm gonna be honest, Quad, you have been talking about that girl. You have been mocking her. You have been saying shit about her. Now, T, to say that lady jealous of you is crazy. I don't see that at all. But Quad, you definitely have started some shit. And then now you want to set up this. I have no quarrels with you, young. I have no quarrels with you. I have no issues with you.
Yeah.
I guess.
But you do.
But I don't think T was prepared to go toe to toe with Quad for real. But I just don't like when I see the fans try to act like Quad is A-OK 100% everything, all because y'all don't like T. Y'all don't gotta like that lady.
I like T.
Also don't gotta act like everything she do is wrong. Like, I mean, Quad ain't right in every damn thing. I don't care what nobody talking about. She looked like a fucking fool, drunk as hell, trying to get off her chest some shit that she technically already got off her chest when it came to this man. Fuck that nigga. You in the past. If you're sitting next to King, be happy with that. Like, what do you even like?
Trying to flex on him. Why you got to get that last flex? But Quad did eat her up.
Coming out from the marriage was a flex itself. She ain't even need King.
Exactly. Getting the house that she wanted to get was a flex itself. They ate T up twice. Whenever Toya ate her up when she said, "Yeah, my home, no one has ever lived in it before." Like when she said that. And then when Quad said to her, "Yeah, let a man talk to you like shit. Get used to it. Get used to it." I said, "Oh."
It's not funny.
I was like,
listen, when T tried to, this one T really sounded like a little girl to me, in my personal. When she says, my name is on my home. You're just now getting a home. Calm down. I'm like, baby, your name, I don't believe you. You need more people. You need more receipts. I do not believe
the real issue
for that property.
You know the real issue, Jamie? Hold up. The real issue is you said you was on a mortgage. You should be on the deed, not the mortgage.
Oh, thank you.
To pay the house off already. And if
why is there a mortgage on a short sale?
Especially when he an old ass nigga. Why would you come into an old ass nigga house and be paying a mortgage? That don't make no sense. What's the point of you tugging and pulling at an old ass nigga's dick if he not gonna pay the whole mortgage, bitch?
She was just saying shit. You could tell she didn't know. She didn't know, so she just said mortgage, not knowing the ultimate flex was the deed. Because when she said mortgage, I was like, baby. And Quan said the house should have been paid for at this point.
You paying bills, bitch. You over there splitting bills with an old nigga. Let me tell you something. You can split bills with a nigga your age. You don't split bills with no nigga that's old enough to be your damn daddy. That's stupid.
Did she really say that? She using her VA loan? What's that? I mean, what was that a refinance or something? Like, what you talking about? Oh, she didn't say that. I'm like, what?
I don't think she did. I hope she did. Why would you use your VA loan on his house?
Either way, she makes her dumb. And when nobody say, yeah, Quad don't have to be right all the time. Quad can be exhausting sometimes. I see all of it. But at the end of the day, I feel like T was brought on this to piss Quad off. So when Quad initially was being nice, that's cute. But really, you wasn't owed that, bitch. Because why you coming on this show trying to outdo me and replace me, bitch? Fuck you and that little ass nigga.
How would T be trying to outdo her, though? In what way? could she possibly come on the show and outdo her? I feel like the animosity with Quad and my problem with her, I feel like she often misplaces that animosity. You should have been mad at them ladies, but then when you sit up here and the show is going on, you sitting on live with the very ladies that kicked your ass out, and then you want to kiki with them and then talk about the girl that didn't even do shit to you. When Heavenly gets on her live, tells business, says shit about you, you rarely ever check her, but then you be having smoke for Toya and other folks. Like that be my problem with her. Like she don't like direct her stuff to who it needs to go to. So for me, I feel T valid in how she feel about that lady.
I agree, but if you feel that way, then you should feel the same way. Because bitch, the only reason you on here right now is because that nigga wants you to be on this show making nanny boo boo to Quad. That nigga got you on this show with a friend group that ain't your friend group, so he can make that lady mad. So at the end of the day, I think we agree with each other. Like Quad look dumb for letting them women play in her face, but T look dumb for letting that old ass nigga play in her face.
The day that she stopped letting him in play just might be one of the best days for her.
And when she stopped wearing dresses that Quad wore in the confessional, whenever you get your own style and your own house and stop using that lady's curtains, whenever you step into your own womanhood and not into the womanhood of another woman, then we will have. That's why they low key don't have respect for you, because you went that man like I'm gonna be the opposite. Quad, all for you to step into Quad's shoes, still get treated the same way, and still ain't changed no curtains.
She was a lift and land. That's it.
Was it a lift?
No, I don't mean like lift as in he did better. I mean lift as in you picked her up from wherever she was and plopped her in Quad's old position, and nothing else was different.
Tell me if I'm tripping, y'all. Did she roll into that with that one piece of luggage? Roll into that house with one piece of luggage? I feel like I saw video of her with one piece of luggage.
Not
rolling into the house, looking around. Ooh, I could set up here.
No, I hope not. That's crazy.
Okay, that was my imagination. All right.
I don't think T thought this all the way through at all. I think this is gonna be like a learning experience. Shit, I don't know. I hope so, because I feel like she got had a lot of people in her ear from the cast the first season, likely her husband the second season. If you get a third, it's time for you to like think, stand on your own, step outside or something. But the moment she starts stepping out and wanting to do better, look better, handle situations better, it's going to be an issue for sure.
It's gonna be a big problem.
Like Quad said, you the same with a different woman.
But watch how Quad. I do feel like this though. I will say, I do think Quad, although she throws shade at this girl, I do feel like Quad may have a bit of a heart for her because she knows what she has gone through. And I think Quad may want her at some point when she's ready to keep it a buck and when she's ready to maneuver from that relationship to come to her. The same thing Simone want from Quad gonna want from T. And I think she may be instrumental in getting her out because you're already like, it's no disrespect to y'all marriage, but on some real shit, you had a conversation with Dr. Heavenly. You said Quad was not wrong with some of the she's already said about this man. We've witnessed things about this man for many a years, and we already knew where Quad and he were headed in their relationship before it happened, and we already see where you guys are headed as well. Ain't nobody hating on y'all marriage. Ain't nobody really wishing y'all bad. It ain't none of that. It's what we are viewing. And what it looks like is that it's not going to last. As long as there hasn't been a single woman on reality television that has not elevated herself, whether it was her looks, her mindset, her coins, whatever. And when you elevate in that space and you elevate with friends, and as you grow, some things cannot go with you. And I am sorry to tell you, ma'am, the things that you aspire to have in life, he is going to be one of those things that cannot go. I don't give a damn if you do have a child with this man. That does not secure your spot in his life and his in yours. So I still do not see this marriage working out. And it don't got to be a bad thing. I think it's going to be a great thing. Because he treats you like a child, and he does. To me, he gives some of the same energy, in my opinion, as those ladies give to you.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. He does.
Looking
the exact same.
I can't believe you're this naive. The way they like she's not deserving of respect simply because she's younger and not a doctor. that's the same way he treats her. So like everybody that feel like Simone and Jackie ain't shit, I need y'all to know that Greg ain't shit either. And just because she's willing to turn a blind eye doesn't mean that it's not the same situation. Like that little man ain't shit. And I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talking about. Any of y'all that's defending Dr. Gregory, y'all hoes ain't shit neither. Argue with your mama.
Simone and Jackie was so damn tone deaf whenever Andy had mentioned how Phaedra said that they were a group of mean girls. And Simone goes, we have great jobs, great salaries. That's the whole point. You guys are elitists. You think you're better than anybody who's not a doctor. That's the whole point. You didn't even hear what the fuck he just said. I was like, okay, next.
And look, I wanna respond to this in the comments because I don't want to type it. Kiko said that Quad looked better. Sweet Tea looked better in the dress. Quad did. Baby, it doesn't matter. She still her. Quad still did it first. It doesn't matter if it looked better on her. She saw it on Quad first. And that is the point that I'm trying is that I feel like Sweet and Quad. You wanted the and yourself in her shoes and you could do it better. A lot of pick-me's think that they can do it better. The man not gonna do me like that because I'm gonna give him what he wants, so he not gonna treat me like that. Not understanding that's the way the man is. It don't matter what a woman do, he's still gonna treat her the same way, and that's the whole point here. But to be clear, I fuck with Quiet, but I'm side-eyeing well, and I'm looking at her like, are you really healed, or were you just looking for a little bit better version of a man? Because women who leave one abusive relationship, another abusive relationship, simply because that's the last. And he made little comments. There's some funny style shit going on with him in his cars. You know, little comments that he made. I'm just looking at it funny style. Also, I'm looking at it funny style because you over there doing allegedly read you yet. And then that's want marriage, don't want marriage, then we have a conversation. But if that's what you want and you over there trying to have a baby with a man that doesn't feel like you are ready to be married, then yeah, I'm sorry. I still have an issue with that shit too.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that because I thought it was just me. I'm like, he seems apprehensive about more than just moving in with you. Something about it. I don't know if King is the king that people want to portray him out to be. And I hate it for her because I do feel like being on this show longer, they gonna do. She know how they do. I feel, and I do feel when Quad said that, you know, when Simone was feeling a way about her not sharing her love life, I feel like she ain't got to tell you just that.
Right.
She do not owe y'all her love life
at all.
No.
I know she brought him on the show to flex up for Greg, not so much as the other ladies, because she could have been brought him on, but she did that for Greg. And now I'm concerned because if T goes out the picture, they finna dig into you. Because they're gonna find the shadies, that's not gonna last.
When King said that's not the natural order, I was like, "Ooh,
what that mean?" Right? What the fuck you mean?
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. He been here too long. Quiet. Get him off the show. If you
remember when she was getting dressed and he was like, "Is there some type of reaction from when you know how you put a medal on somebody's hand and it causes a reaction? Is there something that you know when you put that medal to her head? First of all, you fucking lame. Whatever joke you was trying to land, it did not. So why were you trying so hard to make a joke out of her? And that wasn't the first time. King. He made a comment. She was getting dressed for the Bridgerton ball thing, and she was putting the crown on her head.
Yeah,
he was trying to make that fell flat. I was like, why are you trying so hard to make a joke out of her touching the crown? Like, I put a small shit like that because to me, all things eventually to big things. Why are you trying to humiliate? Type of like, why are you trying to make a joke out of me? Why? If you really love me and you fuck with me, you should be like, baby, let me put that crown on you. Like,
I hope he's a good. I hope he end up. I mean, I hope it works out.
To me, the nigga got a nice body but look goofy. So
yeah,
I think the fact that she's so all over like, oh, King, this I love him. That kind of concerns me because I feel like he could play on that.
And
For sure.
Take advantage of those feelings and stuff. So I don't know. The verdict's still out for me. Hopefully he's a good guy, but I don't know.
I don't want no man joking on me. I don't care what y'all say. It's too many men that make jokes that seem a joke, but it's not really a joke. That's really how they feel about you. So I don't like when men play like that. Don't play with me as a joke to my expense. Don't do that. That's not funny to me. That's a red flag. I don't fuck who you are. That's all. That's all I do. I'm just reading comments. That's all. Begging. Yes. Yes. That's what it's called.
I was gonna get into Nelly, being that he didn't want Ashanti to be a baby mama, because I was thinking about Quad and her wanting to have this IVF situation. But for the sake of time, we're gonna
that long.
No,
we could talk about that. Say that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nelly,
I saw that.
Nelly is
get that up
aging,
on the
y'all.
screen.
Nelly is aging, and when I looked at him in that interview, I was like, "Damn, nigga, why you look like an old preacher? Like somebody that been cheating on my wife all of these years."
Let's get into it.
Kudos to you guys for figuring out how to hide a wedding. How hard was that for that not to get out until after it happened?
Well, once we found out that she was pregnant, it was just like, I didn't want this to be I don't want to say like
a child out of wedlock.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys were probably already planning,
but we hadn't talked about it
right.
yet. We hadn't talked about any of that yet. I hadn't, but I was like, yo, you know what? Let's just knock this out, because we're going to be doing so much and everything's moving so fast. And I didn't want to, I didn't want her to be, a baby mama.
I respect that.
Like, because we already knew where we were in life. And, if we're back like this, this must be what this is supposed to be.
I love it too, because like sometimes people's timing is off, whether it's like points in your life. Doesn't mean it's the wrong person, but maybe it's the wrong timing.
Exactly.
Right? So once you go through whatever you go through, whatever she goes through, you guys evolve, but you guys know each other and love each other.
Well, any relationship, man, I base any relationship on, does this person bring more good to your life than bad?
Yeah.
Any relationship. It could be your relationship with your parents, your kids, your
homie, whatever. Yeah.
Anything. Does this person bring more good to your life than bad? And if they do, then great. You know what I mean? And then, but if they don't, then you know that you might need to remove this person from being able to be get some of your time. And that's what I think for me and her.
Kudos to you guys.
All right. So this is Nelly talking about Ashanti. And I just found it interesting the way that he talked about it. Like, I don't know why I was expecting something more. And I didn't really get that. I just got, okay, for the sake of the baby, we ain't even talking about getting married. But now that you got pregnant, like, shit, we might well do it. But when you hear Ashanti discuss things with Angie Martinez, it's a bit different, because she said they had a very long conversation before they even got back together. So that's why I'm like, who is capping?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't.
Because it sounds like y'all did discuss getting married,
right?
According to Ashanti. So why are you trying to, like, do you feel like your player card is being tampered with? I'm confused.
I think Nelly is mansplaining. I think he's doing that embarrassing thing. I think he's mansplaining. Like, yeah, we just did it. And yeah, that was it. But the thing that bothered me was when he said, let's knock this out. Because he probably does have a lot of love for her. And the let's knock this out was probably like a better way of saying it would have been, I loved her. I knew we was going to be together. This is our second time around. This is something that we was going to do regardless because I love her. But he never said that. It was just, let's knock it out. I don't really care for that. But my one question was, don't he have other kids?
Yes, he does.
He didn't marry,
and
though.
they was baby mamas?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So he saw her, I guess. I do feel like she wasn't gonna rock with him unless that was something that was happening. So I think they probably had a plan within a certain time frame to get married. But when she got pregnant, I could see that potentially expediting it. I just don't like how he explained it, because it's like, what?
Yeah, and then he made it as if that was a part of the plan, and that was my issue with him. Because okay, so this is my thing. When he talked about the verses, he was like, "Oh, I just went over there and spoke to her, and I saw her mom." But it wasn't all of that. Like trying to act like as soon as he saw her, he wasn't thinking, "I'm gonna get my girl back." When that's how we all saw it. So he was trying to make it seem like, "Oh no, we saw each other spoke and we ain't even talk until later." Nigga, you a motherfucking lie. You a motherfucking lie. You saw that lady standing across the stage looking just as good as she always has, being somebody that got away from you, and you wanted to go see what was up, and then you ended up having a conversation and promising her that things would be better and more mature this time. That's why she was open to getting pregnant by your fucking ass. And then you turn around and get on the internet and act like, "Oh no, I was just doing that so she wouldn't be a baby mama." I want the Black community to get over that. There is nothing wrong with being a baby mama. There's nothing wrong with it. Please fuck.
Of
the one, if she's a baby, if she's a good woman, if she's a good mother, that's all that matters. Stop acting like her proximity to a marriage license is what is a a signifier of how good her character is, because that's because these niggas and don't be shit. And he's aging bad because he's trying to stay young. That's why he's aging bad. To be clear, he's a part of the Kevin Hart's, Boris Kojo. He's part of that clique from the House Husband, right? If you pay attention to the way Boris has aged, even has aged well because he look young. He still tries to look young. Why are those fucking earrings so big?
Like it's 2004.
Yes.
Yeah.
Age, my nigga.
He lied about that. Talking about it wasn't even that serious or whatever he said, because he got her number from somebody else. Right after that link up, or she saw him, hugged him, whatever, went on about her business, he ended up getting her number from somebody. I don't know if she said it was her DJ or somebody. So you were very intentional on
exactly
with her, and you definitely
fronting.
Promised her things. Like, stop playing. And if I was Ashanti, I hope she cussing you the hell out. Okay,
right.
While she pregnant with the second baby, as they say.
They've been saying that, yeah.
I wonder. She didn't really allude to that in the interview, but I don't know when that interview was filmed. But
wait,
it's just
now. I'm about to say it's just now March. So if she was pregnant the way they were saying, she would just now be having a second baby. So I don't know, because remember they were saying back in like June or July she was pregnant again. So if she had just gotten pregnant around that time, she would just now be having a baby. So
if she was, I could believe it. I mean, well, I'll say she didn't allude to it, but I think she wanted to keep some stuff to herself. But if she were to get pregnant so soon, I wouldn't be surprised because of how long she waited, right? So it might be a certain window for her health-wise or whatever, where she can go ahead and I want at least 2 of them, and here we are. So yeah, I won't be surprised. But yeah, anything else on Nelly and Ashanti, guys?
Just that I'm waiting for him to embarrass her. That's all.
BYMAMA. This goes out to all my baby mamas. I got love for all my baby mamas.
Yes.
Come on, Fantasia.
Shout out to the baby mamas. Girl, it's okay. These don't mean shit. Okay? You be a baby mama, girl. Love your babies.
Y'all ready? We good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like up the video. Make sure you're subscribing to everyone's channel and Twitter and all things. Okay. We are the Ladies First panel, and the next time we'll be on Bondy's channel. So make sure that you're subscribed so you'll get the notification. And yeah, we out of here, y'all. Bye.